Got him. Let's go.
And good evening to all you art aficionados and comic book connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Proof of Comics.
Hi.
How you doing, everybody?
What up?
Oh my goodness, we got a couple of people who've been added on during the intro. We got, I'll go from top to bottom. That's, we're talking to the avatars here. Don't get any ideas, folks. Yeah. We got Mr. Aaron C. from Immortal Rising. How are you doing, sir? Nice to see you.
I'm very good. I like being on top. I'm good at it.
I knew someone was going to say something.
Stop.
You cannot avoid innuendos. It's like it's impossible. It's like you try.
I am a man after all.
There you go. There you go. That's what's going to happen. And it's good to have you here, man. Do you know who our guest is tonight? We got AC
Mr. AC Pritchard. Yeah.
Yes, and it's all because of you. It's your fault. Because, we were looking at his campaign, Saga of Sunsets, last week on your show, Indie Comic Shop.
Indie Comic Shop, yeah.
Yes. Which is getting more and more popular.
Doing regular over 100 in the past month, so that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Don't know if it'll last, but was it 2 weeks ago? We did like over 300, so yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, man, it's good. Getting eyes on stuff. I see a lot of positive comments. People like the content. We're going through people's campaigns and having a look at
not a lot of people doing that right now. So it works.
We got Mr. AC Pritchard in the house. How you doing, sir? Welcome.
Hey ho. I'm doing good.
What up?
Am I coming through all right?
Yep.
You're good.
A little on the quiet side, though.
Yeah, the mic sounds like you're in a can.
How about now?
Yeah.
Now you sound good, but don't lean forward. I saw the thing behind you, and now I'm like hypnotized.
There you go.
Oh, that's better. I'm free.
We're in the house of Aquarius.
Can you guys hear that from this distance? Because the mic's like right here in front of me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Good. All right.
Good. Just going through the intros really quickly. I was telling Aaron that you're the guest tonight, and it's kind of his fault. It's all because we were looking at your campaign last week on his Indie Comic Shop. And, as we do, every week we look through whatever's on Fund My Comic, and your campaign came up last week and we were going through it, and it caught our eye, and I was familiar with it for being on your show. Have you've been on the show here before once?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, because I had your avatar all set up. I was like, wait a minute, his avatar is already out here. We've had him on the show again. So we're going to cancel tonight's episode. We already had you on. So I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm kidding.
Good night.
We got a good sense of humor in this space.
I've only been canceled once. So
Damn.
it'd be an interesting time.
Only once?
Well, we wouldn't cancel. We wouldn't dare do that on this show because we actually we love what you're working on, and we want to drill you, and that doesn't sound
Whoa!
Right.
Oh, shit.
You're up, buddy.
All right, we'll start the show again over. Hello and welcome everyone to the show. Now we're just going through the introductions real quick, and after Aaron, we've got Mr. Chris Fisk, who's also on the Indie Comic Shop Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. Nice to have you.
Man. Nice to be here, man. Nice to be here.
Good. We will be reviewing your book probably at the
We shall.
midpoint because
Yeah, we shall.
AC's got his own show he's got to head to at about the 45-minute mark, maybe a little earlier to get ready.
Whoa.
So we'll be
I can be a little late. I can like go.
You could be a little late.
He's got co-host.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. He's got people that can back him up.
Yeah.
He's got a kahuna on his side. Kahuna can he can do a couple of screams and shouts to keep the people entertained.
Oh yeah,
Shuck up,
just
bro.
toss a woo in there. The
There
crowd's
you
happy.
go. A couple of Star Wars Wookiees sound effects that he can improvise. We also have Wrangler here who has Mr. Fisk's comic book cover.
Oh.
A
As
whole
his
lot of
avatar.
hola.
Yeah. So we'll be reviewing that book with James at some point during the show.
Yeah, you know what's standing behind those two elves, right?
It looks like it's it's a cat.
It's a cat.
It's a cat. Should have known. Should have known. And last but not least, of course, Mr. Sandwich Man himself, James Esparza. How you doing, sir?
I am doing well. I read the book. I read it again. It was interesting. Got some words for you. Some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't like, some stuff that confused me, some stuff that made me laugh, some stuff that made me go, ooh. I got a lot to say. It's going to be good.
Okay, and everyone's
You
kind of
never
on the
want
edge
to
of
make a
their,
sandwich go ooh. He loses his brains.
and
My sandwich laughed at me.
and I'm sure Chris is a little bit nervous because he has seen you tear up a comic live on one of your reviews.
A couple of them.
And so
Twice. Yeah, two dead ones.
we'll have to wait for that segment to see how good or bad it fares. And
Look, don't worry how bad you go because Fusebox already gave it a 10 out of 10. So
wow.
you can do whatever you want at this point.
Wow.
It don't matter.
Well, I understand why, because my sort of dive into comics this last like 2 months,
Mhm.
I realized the average comic is a piece of shit.
Oh,
no. So I'm like, I was thinking, how would I grade this? Well, I got to grade this based on the average comic. I'm like, oh, so it's going to be on the higher end then, because so
The
far the
turnover.
average comic, maybe it's just my current exposure. Maybe it's been horrifically exposed so far, but so far it's like, whoa, man, a lot of bad ones out there. So I can see why this could go on the higher end. I was like, this is quite acceptable, which is I'm surprised how much comics cannot reach general acceptability, where it's like so many of them are just unacceptable.
Well, we're about to change that tonight.
Exactly.
We're going to raise the standards of writing. We've got a writer
we
with us
are.
here tonight as well.
that's what you meant.
Oh
yeah. How you doing, AC? Nice to have you back on the show. Even though I couldn't remember the first time, not because you weren't memorable. It's because I'm old and my memory. Dude, I forget my own pin on my phone. Okay, that's how bad it is. So don't take
Been
it
there.
personally.
What he
Well,
doesn't
well,
forget is his 12 word phrase. That's what he doesn't forget.
I will never forget that. So usually at the beginning, we like to kind of ask people how they got into comics and all that stuff. But you've got such an epic tale going back, like through legends and stuff. I kind of want to ask you, like, where does your family history come from, and how did you migrate and all that jazz? But we don't have to go that far back either.
Yeah.
So
Getting ethnic.
I'm curious. You can grab any of those hooks. Another question I'm going to throw at you before you get started in answering them is I'm also curious how you and Luke Stone started working together as well. So whichever one of those you want to tackle in which order, and you can mix the words and jumble them up as you will.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys. You're all awesome. It's always a pleasure hanging out. My name's AC Pritchard. For those listening, I'm an author, a musician. I've become somewhat of an artist in recent times since I became an author. Turns out it's all connected. Podcaster. I used to be a movie review columnist for my local newspaper. Shout outs to the Hinkley News. Yep. that was in high school too. That was my first writing stint, and I'm a father, a husband, an animal rescuer. I volunteered for the dog foster, and now I'm a comic book creator. So
Oh yeah.
I have another comic on the side along with this one. So since the last time I've been on, it's I've you kind of like figure things out after after a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start like
You
understanding.
do? Oh shit! I might be.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Falling behind, guys.
You don't figure it all out, but you never figure it all out. That's the weird thing. But yeah, James was saying, a lot of comics are rough these days. It's a tough format, But luckily I can bridge all the gaps except for the actual art. That's where you need like a Luke Stone or a Mark Hatherley, So where I met Luke Stone was on Twitter. I decided I wanted to convert one of my short stories because it was getting good reviews, and I decided to convert it into a comic. I figured, naively at the time, I was like, oh, I got these 3 short stories. I can make them into comics. This is fine. So I started shopping artists.
It'll be easy.
Yeah.
They're short. They're short, guys. They're short.
Hey,
right?
what up, Rosario? How you doing, my man?
What could go wrong? It's not like
Speaking of what could go wrong, we've got a new visitor who just stepped in there.
Hey,
I'm
hello.
here to promote. AC. It's a big, beautiful book. You wouldn't believe it. He calls them short stories. I've seen short. They're not Asian short, but they're short enough. Anyway.
Yeah. We've been bored.
Oh.
We've been bored.
Absolutely. I can't let the Japanese be more American than we are, man. I figure what can I do that's more American? I'm more like You've seen the Shadow Stream. What better to promote AC's masculine book of masculine virtues of death and sorrow and resurrection than the great American flag? Anyway,
Kahuna,
Patriotic.
you say America. Can you do that with a Japanese accent?
Nailed it.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of we've bridged the gap with Japan the last couple of days through X with the auto translating.
So that's nice.
Awesome.
The
Now we're
auto
gonna get
translating,
discussed
it's a
video
tremendous
games.
feat. It's still hard to understand them, but you move on.
Sometimes I've been trying to word my responses in a very Japanese way too. Simple, succinct thoughts. Like in our culture, it is a great honor to have gun rights.
Well, Chris, you actually lived in Japan, didn't you?
Heck yeah,
Yes.
heck yeah.
What do you think of all the closing the gap with the auto translating? Have you been seeing that on your timeline as well?
Yeah, dude. Like I have been like screeching to the high heavens, like trying to warn them as to not have the same fate that has befallen Western Europe and Canada and all these other countries. Basically, like little history lesson for you. Toyotomi Hideyoshi during the right before the Sengoku Jidai, which is like their big warring states civil war period, he did not want Jesuits in his country. He saw them as a foreign enemy influence. They were manipulating. Yeah, they were doing something part of the Nanban, the Portuguese weapons trade smuggling and stuff, trying to basically interfere with a war from foreign interference. So he basically just tied them all to sticks and left them out in the ocean for the sharks to eat them. And I'm trying to tell them, guys, take that page of what Toyotomi Hideyoshi did to the Jesuits and do that to the goblins that are in your country that are opening the gates for the people that shouldn't be there.
Goblins?
I'll also absolutely keep cosplaying as the meat-eating Americans.
Yeah, did you see the rockabilly Japanese people? Oh my god, that was awesome.
Dude. It's great.
No, what's funny is that in one of their cities, they have a place called America Town. It's like a You know how we have Chinatown in a bunch of our cities over in
Yeah.
the US? They have an America Town, but it's like all black and hood culture. It's really, really fun.
Yes.
Shit.
Everyone's
Yeah,
playing
it's
music
coming to
really
mind.
loud. No, it's a great time.
You know what else is coming to mind? That episode of Family Guy where I know it's not Japan, but they went to South Korea and everybody came running up to Glenn Quagmire going, oh, American Johnny, American Johnny.
Yeah, he was in a Sagyuk there. Yeah.
So while there are people who have prejudices against goblins here, we welcome the orcs. And tonight we're talking about the orcs.
Yes.
You were, AC, I'm sorry, I just cut you off to talk about the Japanese, but you were telling us how you approached not Elon, but Luke Stone on Twitter. And that's how you got in contact with him. Do you mind telling us that story a little bit? I'm curious because we all know Luke Stone from the Fund My Comic website. And some of us have seen some of his books. I mean, I've seen him draw Chrome
yeah.
Dog. I've seen him draw a couple of other pages here and there. But you were able to recruit him for Saga of Sunsets. Can you tell us a little bit how that went?
Yeah, I believe it was before I was kind of friends with some of the Comicsgate crowd, and I don't know. It was kind of like a stroke of luck in a way where I think the algorithm kind of just had him pop up one day based on some of the artists I was already following, and I was, like I said, I was in the mood to shop for artists, so to speak. So I was looking around, followed a bunch of them, hit up a bunch of them, got some price ranges, kind of started learning some stuff because I think I approached some big guys. And I was just like, holy crap, like when they send me like back 500, to 900 a page,
Oh yeah.
Wow, I got to get my numbers up. I'm cheap.
Yeah. Like I was like, oh, I'm not there yet. I'll rain check. But with Luke Stone, he responded. He was really cool, normal guy, and one of the cheapest prices. I'll just be frank. Not even like I don't even want to say reasonable prices. Like they weren't reasonable. They were one of the cheapest. Right? He was like lowballing himself because,
affordable.
Well, with testicles like his, it's no wonder he was lowballing. He had no choice.
Before the chat scrolls a little too far, I just want to let everyone know.
If you watch this, I don't know you. I'm so sorry. Anyway.
I just want to let everyone know before the chat scrolls too far. Links to AC Pritchard's work are in the live chat. Mortal Descent and Saga Sunsets on Fun My Comic.
Yep, you have his link in the description as well if you're watching after the stream. And check it out, have a look at it, and consider it. And you're so you've got like 33 backers right now, which confirms that you're affiliated with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
So,
Confirmed.
They're all Chinese and Russian bots, but they do have money. It's real money.
Yeah. And so go on with the story if you don't mind. I mean, you don't have to say anything you don't want to say, but I'm curious, like, how did you approach him with the story? Did you like pitch him the story? How did that go? Did you send him the books? Like, what was kind of the introduction with the artist? I'm curious because as an artist myself, I've had to talk with authors and all that, and I'm always curious how those relationships form.
Well, I sent him a DM as all professionals do, and I just kind of had like a normal greeting, just hey man, what's up?
Yeah.
And
hey girl, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Jumped up in them DMs,
Yeah, slid in, just slide in, And I was like, so, I probably used the wrong terminology. Like I know the term is sequential art pages now.
Sure.
It's Leviosa.
At the time, it was probably something along the lines of like, hey man, how much for like a page of a bunch of different art? Like that are all different, like for like a comic, like I probably worked
the human centipede of art where it just flows from one to the other.
Oh god.
Sorry, Kyle.
So, but yeah, he sent like his prices and a bunch of samples, and I was like, oh, these are cool samples. And I took note of them. I liked his style, shopped around a few other artists. I think my other artist, Mark Hatherley, he was the one I landed on. Simply by virtue where the deal is I don't give him time limits and he charges really cheap for sketches. And he's since grown, so it might kind of be an exclusive deal at this point, and I wouldn't blame him for raising the price.
Was that the guy you have doing Memory of Mortality?
Yeah, and he's like now like Von Coleman picked him up, and I think I've seen a few other guys. So if he raises the price,
Saga of Sunsets is a cool story. It's aesthetic. It has the orcs, which I always love.
Yeah.
But Memory of Mortality, Secret, it's the best one.
it's my most heroic, I would say. Like each one has their own thing. Like there's the epic one. This one is kind of, I would kind of say, a little bit more of a philosophical one. If you pick up what's being laid down here, like talks a lot about fatherhood and stuff. Like,
what's kind of the setting? So the Saga of Sunsets is fantasy. It's set with the orcs. What's the new one kind of? Is it also in a fantasy setting, or is it a different one?
They're all set on the same world. I
Okay.
decided just all my stories are going in the same world, and in order to do that, to tell whatever story I want, rule number one, it's as old as it needs to be. So when you say the world is as old as it needs to be, then okay, I want to tell a steampunk story. Well, the world's as old as it needs to be. So there was a time where there was steampunk, right?
Nice.
I want to tell us a modern story, same thing. And basically, I'm kind of pantsing the timeline, so to speak, because that's kind of the whole point of my sandbox. But if some things kind of brush up against each other, or folks really latch on to one idea, like let's say when this graphic novel comes out, if it really takes off, like the Viking orcs really take off and people really dig like kind of like some of the religious beliefs that I've put into my orcs and stuff, like that was a surprising like little rabbit hole that just kept writing itself. Like, and whenever I go and continue down that rabbit hole, there's still more to write. It just keeps like unfolding.
Nice.
So like, yeah, the religious beliefs of the orcs were really cool. But the one that Kahuna was talking about is very much like Saving Private Ryan, right? So it's the same world. There's still orcs, and there's even orcs in that story. They're just alongside dudes with guns, right?
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Still
it's
riding.
Right.
a bit more of a Warhammer kind of setting. Or,
I see an
little
orc
bit.
with a shotgun saying, "Get off my lawn."
I'm gonna remember that. I didn't think about it until now, but it does very much remind me of Warhammer. Maybe Kahuna can correct me on that one. It feels a little Warhammer.
yeah, well, if you go cyberpunk,
Slightly. It feels like Warhammer Fantasy in a couple more years. The old Warhammer, because there's lizard people, there's orcs, there's humans, there's kind of zombies. There's stuff going on, but I must go. But what I will say is, you should buy his book. It's very good, and he has very soft hands. Take that how you will.
Whoa.
Peace out.
Aloha.
wow. So you can watch Kahuna and AC on their show Iron Seas right after this one.
It'll be a fun one tonight too. We're talking Chuck Norris.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Rest in
Yes.
peace,
Honor in the
Chuck
dude.
Norris.
I heard of that.
Chuck
Yeah.
Norris is the only modern day American Tall Tale. He is the first
Yes.
addition to the American Tall Tales since Paul Bunyan and Pecos Bill. I mean, how long has it
Okay.
been since we've had an addition
Yep.
to the American Tall Tale roster?
It's been so
Yeah.
long.
I'll agree with that.
Well, also to bring it back to orcs, the legends of Chuck Norris began their genesis in the Barons chat of World of Warcraft, the Orc homeland. So,
Of course.
let's just say the orcs are good storytellers.
That's kind of like one of the things with all my short stories. So just a very quick context with the short stories. My first foray into novel writing
Whoa,
since
easy
like
with the
high school.
French.
Oh, thank you. Since like high school, because like I dabbled a little bit. You know, that's when I was.
We all dabbled in high school, AC. You know,
Yeah.
it happens to everybody.
That's when I figured out.
Oh,
That's when I figured out it like stuck more than math. You know, like science, math, sports.
Yeah.
None of these quite
None of those
work. But like,
theorems.
but like words, that kind of works. You know, and so like aside from dabbling in high school, my first attempt at like writing in my adulthood here was a novel of all things. So I slogged through that and came out of the other end of that. Still, you know, it's like your chops are still warmed up when you come out of the book.
Yeah.
And so I just had to like have that, you know, for lack of a better term, some falling action after the book was over. And I saw like Anvil was doing some stuff. They had these prompts. I was like, just give me a prompt. Yeah, I was just like, just give me a prompt, man. And so I grabbed some of the prompts, and those turned into short stories. Aside from one, there's one out of the three ended up not being a short story. I just really wanted to do like a Queen Boudica story. Just love
Oh, nice.
Queen Boudica is so cool. That's neither here nor there. Whole nother story. It'll be its own comic one day.
Hey, Victos.
Sounds like you got a lot of comics in you as well. So
I think ideally every short story I'd like to be a comic.
oh wow, this guy's
That'd be cool.
he's addicted now.
Yeah.
And
You will
Welcome,
learn,
brother.
You will learn, or you will suffer. One or the other, or both.
Both.
well,
really.
I suffered so much. That's why I'm addicted. I'm just like,
There you go.
I'm just like, I'm ready.
You mentioned earlier that you learned some stuff in the first couple of years of doing your comic. Because Saga of Sunsets is your first one, right? Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what did you learn? Like, what are the kind of standout things that you kind of like? Because you went from not knowing like how to call sequential art and all that, so the terminology was new to you. I mean, obviously you've read comics, like you're not foreign to the comic book world as a young kid. We've all read comics, but so what were the essential learnings you had in going through your first one like that?
Well, one of the things was just kind of how communicating with some of these magazines and printers can work. That was like probably one of the first things, because I think, yeah, when I first hooked up with Luke Stone, I basically pitched him the ideas. I was like, do you want
hooked up?
Viking?
I know, right? There's a lot of action happening.
Come on, the poor guy's trying to tell us a good story.
Sorry.
We're up there
Sorry.
engaged
YouTube
with
just
them.
went down.
What's that?
Telling stories isn't
Oh,
easy,
it's on
Chris.
again.
There's lots of obstacles along the way, and we are some of
Yeah.
them.
Totally not homosexual.
No, I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
AC.
AC. You can tell us to shut up. Go on.
It just reminded me when you said that. It just reminded me of the pooping back and forth forever thing. I can't remember
I'm
what
gonna poop
movie.
into your butt, and you're gonna
Yeah.
poop into butt. Yeah.
It just reminds
What
me of
is
that.
What happened to that show we used to do?
Yeah.
Is it the comic centipede by any chance?
What is it?
I know. It's like
Yeah, I saw that.
there's like some
wife-
kid telling his babysitter about it, or his older sister,
Yeah.
or something.
No, it was the kid. Yeah, it was literally the kid, like philosophizing for a second. He's like, "What?
Yeah.
What if like, yeah?" And it's like from a movie. And my wife chimed in and said it's from Cards Against Humanity as well.
Oh boy.
But anyway, Luke, I was like, do you want like Viking orcs on like flying longships, or do you want like the reanimated, like World War I soldier that has
All right.
he's
So
died?
you were because
And
I have to interrupt every second because I'm
You're good.
retarded. But yeah, you were offering him a choice of story, basically.
I tossed him 3. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I pitched him the concepts. Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
he went with Viking orcs. So
Well, good
Very
choice.
and I think it was the Viking and the orc part that really appealed to him more than the flying longship. I was really like, yeah, that's cool, right? And then he's like, yeah, Viking orcs. I'm like, I didn't say anything about the longship. Didn't say anything about the longship.
I love
no.
the idea of flying ships. I think that's
Yeah.
always captured my imagination. I'm in love with zeppelins and all that. Well, we were in the same issue of Anvil, and I've got some flying zeppelins in my comic in that issue for people who've got it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but
I have
please,
it off screen here. I can show it off before I take off. Remind me to show off the comic before I take off.
oh yeah, please do.
Kahuna, who was on here, is actually he's going to take care of the other streams. So, like I said, I can like overlap a little.
He's got.
I don't want to be too absent, but it's fine. But
He knows,
yeah.
he knows where you are.
Righteous.
So when I picked that up, I was like, "This is cool." I got a few pages paid for because, like I said, Luke was the most affordable.
Mhm.
I got some pages paid for through the initial push of the royalties from selling on Amazon, and it was just enough to get basically a sample. I got like a splash page for the first page, and then I think I had like page 1, maybe page 2, right? And I think I took that and I showed Richard from Anvil that. I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And then he was like, hey, I want 15 pages in color and I'll give you money. And I was like, it's real.
Richard.
I was like, it's real now. Okay. So that's how that works, guys. Turns out you can just hit people up and do things. And so
But then you have to follow up
crunch
though. Big thing is you got to follow up after that.
Yeah. Yeah, the money kind of helps, you know.
It does. Yeah. Turns out money greases the wheels a little too. Helps everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys got money?
Yeah.
All Fred's got is skill.
Cashy money.
Well, as we've seen in recent history, like like as a writer, you know, amen, brother. But as a writer, like it's hard to like navigate the minefield of getting screwed by scams, like getting artists that'll just be like, "That's it, I'll be in my trailer," and leave, and like right in the middle of your project. The fact that you got
trailers now.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you got Luke Stone on your team, dude, the guy's a great artist. Like you won the lottery, dude. You got somebody. You said he's like affordable. Like, amen, brother. Like
at the time. At the time.
Yeah.
Oh, you were not able to lock him his price with the contract.
Well,
gotcha, bitch.
I don't know what he's doing now. I know I've been through like a lot of life stuff, which is why the campaign's been open for so long. Like I kind of got a lot of crazy momentum right off the bat. Literally in the first month, I was like right on track, doing things right, learning as I went, you know, figuring it out. But I was kind of like right on track to actually like maybe pull this thing off in a crazy amount of time, right? But you know, life stuff happens. We lost our house at the time.
Oh dear.
It was
No.
Oh, that's
it was a whole
huge.
mess. It was a whole mess. And I
Horrible.
was like, I can't really. I have to be focusing on this.
Yeah, understandable, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta fucking watch your base and your family. And you were a new father at the time, or you were about to be.
New father,
Oh.
different state. I was like outside of my home state. Like, yeah, our landlord at the time was just a big. I don't know if you swear on him, but he was not nice.
Oh wow, that's. I've never say anything bad about somebody like that, but it must have been terrible.
So yeah, we went.
Well, you're
we
very
were-
polite, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
That's
It's
all
a
right.
struggle.
It needed to happen because it got us where we're at now. Now we own this house. It's on our own property. Like,
Oh, that's good to hear.
everything's great right now. I mean, things are still tight, right? But at least we have something underneath us. It's not like a
Yeah,
landlord.
man.
I hope it's not an Indian burial ground when you say it.
We do live on a reservation.
Oh yeah, there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I won't say specifically where, but
No, you don't need to divulge any of that.
I'll just say it's legit.
That's awesome
Yeah,
because I am way off the reservation.
It's true.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
happy to
so-
hear that, man. Yeah, good. Like a bad thing turns into a good thing over time.
Over
Yeah,
time.
good on you, man.
It
So
took a
because
while.
you're still in the process of drawing that one, right? That the campaign is open.
Yeah. It's like we're in the 50s of pages.
And it's what, a 70 or 140 book crazy
It's
like.
marketed as over, I think, 76 pages, but
Okay.
after calculating it, it's gonna turn more than 80, I think.
Okay, well that's
that's-
still sane. It's not crazy like Chris's freaking 140, 150 pages.
This is a
Madness.
short story too, guys, and that's without splash pages. Like, I'm over here like, is it really 10 pages per 1,000 words? Is that really it? Is that how this? And then it turns out, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. If I wanted it to be any kind of semblance to the source material, where like
Yeah.
it has the same tone and like you feel like it's the same, right?
The pacing as well, right? You don't want to rush
Yeah.
through it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And I one thing I really like about like Eastern comics is the pacing. They are not afraid to just like show a guy walking some more, except the background's different. Maybe the camera's pulled back, and then show him walk some more, and then he sits down. Like nothing has even happened. It's just a guy walking, right? Like
That's the Lord of
it
the
could-
Rings.
yeah.
Except
Or like-
this time it's played by Walking Phoenix, because he's walking.
Walking.
Okay, I'll see myself out.
Oh, round
Or like
Zendayo?
twice the amount of frames, or sorry, twice the amount of panels that a Western comic might take just to convey a moment of emotion. There's the famous Batman panel where he's like, "Don't leave me." That's very powerful, very Western. But like an Eastern comic might take like, instead of doing a splash page, they might like really like cinematically like try to like draw in on that,
Yeah, do a close up of him crying in the rain and the drops falling and then going in the gutter and then the rain going. Yeah, it's stretching out the moment. You get a lot of that when you study the medium a little bit. Will Eisner's Sequential Art is a good book that kind of describes the moment. How to Understanding Comics. Scott McCloud kind of focuses
That is a great book.
Yeah, it focuses on the difference between Eastern and Western and how the Eastern will just have like moments of quiet, right? They'll just like, it'll be a sci-fi action story, but you'll have a shot of the helicopter flying over the city with nothing happening. But something is happening. You're just kind of letting the moments kind of breathe. You're giving a bit of pacing. It's the emptiness. Like it's same with music, right? There's no sound without silence. You got to balance the two to have.
We have lost a lot of that in the West, unfortunately. I watched two videos, like one yesterday and one the day before. One was about it was called Movies Need to Shut Up, and then the other one was Video Games Need to Shut Up, and it's how they never let anything sit and let that moment sink, just like what you're talking about now. And it seems like it's a lost art here in the West.
Well, the reason why they do that is because they're trying to cast as broad a net as possible. The lowest common denominator. They want to make sure that the dumbest guy in the room gets it, instead of understanding that not every piece of art is for everyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
And like you said, they try to do that with every piece of art. And it's like, maybe if you guys just like maybe specialized, catered to more niche audiences.
Yes.
Since you have all the money and power already, you can do that. It's not like me where it's stupid. I'm not dogging cool concepts. Like, I'm pretty freaking niche, actually. So I kind of actually do fall into this category a little bit.
French.
I did fail French.
Oh mon dieu.
Yeah, so did I. So don't do that about it.
AC is niche, Maxine.
French is hard, dude. Like most
Jay-
people here
Jay-
can't even spell.
Je suis American.
Bonjour, Monsire.
I will be too someday. I identify as a future American. So
I think I even pronounced that feminized too. American. That's feminine.
yeah, because it would be Americain.
Yeah. You have to like be like manly about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it helps if you
American.
spit on the ground after you
yeah.
spit.
Yeah.
Eat a baguette.
And then meanwhile, Americans are over here like words are words. Like it's the same word. The words are words, except for there, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean in Spanish too, you have like everything is it French? Like everything is you have a feminine or a masculine, right? So a chair,
Gendered language.
a chair is feminine.
Well, that's from
Table-
Latin.
Yeah, well,
Yep, that's why the term Latinx is offensive.
It is. It sounds like an Atari failed handheld device,
Mhm.
or like a Pokemon. Like,
Yep, it's true. Go
did you say a Porkamon?
Come on.
All right, we're starting to get like way too many writers here. Like I'm starting to feel uncomfortable.
oh mon dieu.
We have Mr.
You see
Patrick
this?
Quinlan in the
You,
house.
are you gonna let this
Can I hit
stand?
the button? Can I hit the button, Frederick?
You do it.
He is not an agent of the CIA. He is a writer of comic books.
Take me off the big screen. Don't do
Listen,
that to me.
I just want to say I feel bad for what happened to your ears. They've disappeared, and it must be hard living without your ears. dude.
Yeah. Well, I tore them off because I got tired of listening to your shit.
You're gonna have to take it some
Burn
more.
them off.
What's up, guys? How are you all tonight?
Yeah, he's like, just try to
Doing
sneak
well,
up
man.
in
And I want to say congratulations on being a finalist for EVS's cover. So people who don't know the story, some kind benefactor, anonymous benefactor, wanted to donate a $4,000 cover to somebody in the space and from EVS. And so Ethan,
Hell
not
yeah.
you, Wrangler, the other Ethan, he decided to hold kind of a sort of a contest, a sort of a vote, a Twitter thread where people could propose their books. And Patrick proposed his book, River of Blood, done by the great. Well, it's great. He's British.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
not that great. He's not French or anything.
We wank
But,
up.
the great,
you want my?
the great Peter,
Yeah.
and he's finalist, so he might have to leave us tonight to go on the show because it might be tonight, right? Do you know? Do you have any more feedback on that?
I have a sneaking suspicion that it's tonight, but we'll see.
How do we vote? So how do we vote? Like, what's our action item? How can we get River of Blood to have a freaking $4,000 Ethan Van Sciver cover?
When he does this fucking cord. When he does the YouTube stream, he'll put the vote up, and then it'll be right there in the link. Just click
Okay.
it. Let's get back to AC Pritchard.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm
Fuck you,
sorry.
Patrick. I mean, congratulations, Patrick.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
you just came in. We're introducing you, saying hello, and of course we'll come and go back to our guest.
Yeah, man.
And
So-
Pat, good job on that. Congrats, because
thank you, sir.
that's one of the things I learned is variant covers and like names attached to them.
Yes.
Aesthetics
Those
of
books.
the art are nice, but like sometimes names.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
people have certain fan bases who will always buy their work, no matter where it is. And that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. And the more eyes that I can get on the book,
Hey.
the better. So
So good stuff.
thank you.
What up?
Who knows? Vasilis might steal it from me. That son of a bitch, Vasilis Lolos.
Well, see, that's why I want you to win. Not because I don't like Vasilis, but Vasilis can draw his own cover, and he's Vasilis.
He can
Damn
draw
you,
my
Clem
own cover. He can
Fandango!
draw my own cover for me.
He could have Wu-Tang Clan sign his cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? He's
Good
pretty,
enough art for him.
pretty plugged.
Oh,
By the way, are we on a couple of different channels simultaneous?
Yes, we're also on mine.
Okay, that's why I can't find good stuff in the live chat on my screen here.
Oh, right.
Ooh, I was
Cool.
tempted.
Sorry, I hope you don't
Button.
mind.
I was
No,
tempted-
it's all good, dude. We don't have a problem with that.
I was
here.
just confused for a moment, and then it clicked. But I was
We do the
Yeah,
same
I
thing
know
on the
that was the
Commandos as well. Like Patrick's stream, we kind of back up stream as well.
oh yeah.
Sorry,
Sometimes,
AC, you were trying to say?
wait, my stream is the backup stream? What are you doing? Is that what you just said?
sometimes I look at Commandos. It's on like 3 or 4 different channels all at the same
Yeah.
time. I'm like, crap! I got to bounce from screen to screen to screen, hitting the like buttons in all these different channels.
See, that's our strategy, and it works out.
Yeah.
I think we got the misses in the chat.
Heck yeah.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
how
Wait,
you
is she saying-
doing?
She's saying stuff.
She's got Pink Monster on there.
Yeah. She's like, AC does everything I want. He's so
Yeah.
good at me.
That's your husband. You
It is
forgot what he
good.
looks like?
When you get old, your memory lags. Okay, Patrick, stop being so judgmental. God damn it.
We're
I'm
now
sorry.
the autistic proof of comics.
I'm sorry. He's so impolite. I'm gonna have like I would kick him off, but he's like I'm on other streams with him. It would be awkward. So.
Yeah, he pulls rank.
We call him Todd Oliver.
Good stuff asks, "Where am I?" I'm asking
Yep.
myself that right now. Good stuff.
All right. Now back to AC's book.
Yes.
All
Kind of
right.
haben.
How
It's a
did
great transition.
how did the second book come along, and how did you get the idea to? Okay, one comic's not enough. I want more. Keep it coming straight into my veins.
That was one thing I learned is like stick to one comic maybe. But the way I justified it in my mind is, the deal with Mark was I'm not going to rush him because I think he was really like, at the time at least, sensitive about like life scheduling. Like he didn't want to feel pressured. Maybe he had a bad experience in the past. I don't know. I didn't really push him. But I was like, yeah, man, it's not like I promised anything to anybody anytime soon. Here's the script. I had it done already. One good thing about being the writer is you can easily learn how to be a script writer, and just now you're doing all of the adaptation, and you don't run into problems like we see in every movie and show adapted from source material.
Wait, so you don't do any gender bending or race swapping when you were adapting in the script? You've learned nothing, have you, AC? You've learned nothing still.
Race swapping? You mean you turn that human to an orc?
Exactly.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I was
Or
tempted.
what was the name of the reptilian species? I can't remember the name.
Oh, the Drathukin.
Yeah, them.
Yeah, and a lot of them, it's like a meme in their culture. You know how like some cultures like names start sounding similar.
Yeah.
Whoa! Enough racism now.
Well, in this one, I don't know. I like this one. It's like this specific ongoing name, like Drath something. Like Drathus is the name of the reptilian in my novel. And, like,
I never would have assumed you're a racist.
Races are different, Aaron. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, see, he's based, man.
Well, I'll give you this, AC. You got me to like lizard people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Wait, is that why we're friends?
Maybe.
Don't let him distract you, AC.
I know. I was about to go down a name rabbit hole about my reptilians, and it's just the orc story. So it's like I got
Reese Steenberg.
A bit of advice: never let a minotaur hit your joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, speaking of that, I've been like looking over here off camera. Just like, do I just click this like button here? You know? Yeah.
Where'd he go? What's he doing?
Smoke button. It's the smoke button.
Oh yeah.
Why did you choose
there he is.
orcs to stand in for black people in your book?
Whoa, a little on the nose there, Patrick.
Yeah, he's already blowing the
Is
smoke
that a
out that
spoiler?
door.
I'm sorry.
Wow, that's almost as bad as the thing I say on your show, Patrick.
Yeah. See, that's what happens. I behave myself on my show, but I don't behave myself on your show.
Dude, I gotta find that screenshot I took of Frederick Palpatine with the
Yes, Palpatine.
yeah, Palpatine.
Darth Oval.
No, the black people are definitely just black people in my world.
But of course they are.
He said just black people.
Don't listen to these,
We're not gonna win this
That
game.
hole, AC.
Just.
keep going. Don't fight it. Keep going, or else they're gonna dig deeper.
No, there's a lot of cool stuff though with like the origins of all the different fantasy races, guys. Fantasy races.
So,
Asterisk.
did this story like come up like totally from your imagination, or did you like get inspiration from tabletop games? Because I know Aaron, Chris, they both kind of built off past real life games they've been playing. Is that where your ideas came from, or was it pure kind of like?
So I have had a lot of tabletop hours under my belt, like sitting at a table too. It's actually one thing that I bonded with Aaron over when I first met him and like, had him on our shows and stuff. It's like it inspired it though. Like I wish I could remember a lot of that, right? The cool characters and stuff. But it turns out like, you know, the cream rises to the top. So after all these years, there's a few like of my old characters that kind of still peek through my memory bank a little bit that I do plan on like maybe putting them in a story. But as far as direct inspiration, that's harder to say. As I would say that's more in like the sandbox I built for myself, like the toys I brought to play with, so to speak. Like there's a reptilian race. Well, D&D has that too.
Of course, yeah.
Same thing. And in fact, I have two different kinds of orcs. If you guys want, you know, if we're gonna talk race, they start as orcs, and then the ones that look like more like modern orcs are actually like mudblood. They're like cut.
Yes.
They're like mutts, yeah. So they look less piggish over time and more like the modern humanized ones a little bit. But to be fair, Luke, I gave him a little bit of creative license because I'm a huge fan of him, and I kind of like really latched onto the story he told when he appeared on a Drink with Crazies podcast. He like told this whole his life story basically. And the reasons why he does everything, like what happened to him during COVID and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that was a nightmare.
After that, I hit him back up and I was like, I'm not even looking around anymore. I want you as my artist if you'll have me. And he's like, yeah. And then it's just been history since then. But
It's a miracle.
right?
Well, it's a miracle he got his hands back. Like he was, yeah.
It's really like, dude, like God works in mysterious ways, total. And
Yeah,
Luke
he
is
had an
like
angel on
living
his
proof.
shoulder.
He's
Yeah.
also
he is.
he's also a preacher, I believe,
And a musician. Like
and a musician. You've got a lot of things to bounce off and resonate with too. And
should
yeah,
do a
he went far into the COVID treatment. Like he was on the iron lung. He was like they were expecting him to
Right there.
pass.
right
Dude.
there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So luckily we still have him with us today. A lot of things would be different in this space if Luke wasn't around. So God bless him and
Yeah.
hope we'll have him around for a very long time.
On my comment,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. He was like, yep, you're not done. Get back in the ring.
Yeah.
Get up,
You
soldier.
still have work to do.
Mhm, yeah. Yeah. So my orcs tend to look a little bit more like Warhammer, like the masculine Warhammer ones. Even though Luke opted for a little bit more of a humanized appearance with them, like the tusks straight up and down is one giveaway of the human appearance. That's so you can like maintain the human facial structure, because otherwise you need to like, you know,
Yep.
give them the underbite so you can like actually have them come out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in here it follows, you know, orcs, but they're actually half orcs, right? Mixed. But and they go on a flying ship from their homeland, which in my world the orcs are all winterized. They live in the Arctic. They're nomadic. They
The Canadian orcs.
Yeah. Yep. They command creatures, you know, so they're always like, they have like exotic mounts, so that they'll ride into battle on bears with big horns and flat faces.
Dude, that's dope. I love
On the
that.
back of the rivers. Wait, what was that?
They just shit in the rivers.
Yeah, dude. The bear will shit while they're killing
Different orcs.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought
Sorry.
you were talking about the bear. I thought you were saying.
Yeah. Does a bear shit in a river?
We're talking about the bears too.
Yeah. It's like, dude, the Indians shit in the rivers.
My God.
Wrong
That
orc.
two on the nose. Sorry.
I can't take you guys out anywhere. It's just, man.
This is why we can't have nice things.
You have to have restraints, folks. So, because you see, right now I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. So I have a lot of questions that are inappropriate about bears, and I'm not asking him. I'm exercising restraint.
Little
Maybe
wild
that'll
form.
age, maybe the bears will age better than I thought.
Oh god. There's
So
a
do you have any?
thing to them.
Do you have any wizard orcs and stuff like that? Is magic a part of your world? You've got like flying ships. Like, is that technologically based, or is there some wizardry involved?
The ship is one of, it is such a, like, I guess it's a big part when you think of it in the scheme of things, but like, it's just kind of the setting, so you overlook it during a lot of the story, and then it kind of goes away like a character might later on. So it can kind of be forgettable, but I really love just like where I got the ship from. This was just like an idea beamed into my freaking head with the ship. So I was looking at Anvil, and they had a prompt, the dirigible. That's all it was, just like a blimp, a zeppelin, the dirigible. That's all it was. That's all it was. And I was like, what can I do with this? I want to write an orc story. What would orcs do? Mine are kind of like Mongolians or Huns or Vikings. Okay. How would a Viking do it? Oh, okay. How would primitive orcs make a flying longship? Or not a longship, sorry, a flying ship. And then I like thought about it. I was like, I think it's helium. It's been a while since I was like researching it, but I think it's like helium is a byproduct of fermentation, which you can create through like, I don't know, let's say a bunch of orcs go to battle, you pile up the dead bodies and just let them ferment.
Ew.
You can trap the gas, right? You can trap the
Just feed them
gas.
Taco Bell.
That too.
IBS.
I mentioned the orc thing with the bodies because that like factors a little bit into their religion. I have them
Biodiesel.
I simplified it a lot. I was like, the humans are polytheistic. They're like everything in the world has a different god attached to it. There's and literally I don't even put a limit on that, which means I reserve the right to just be like, oh, there's the god of trees and the god of grass and the god of
Sure.
dirt. You know what I mean?
Hindu
'Cause
of you.
that's yeah, it's very human and Hindu. Yes.
Nice.
Like humans do this, you know, they're like, that's just the god of the wind or the spirit of
I like that he separates human and Hindu. It's human and Hindu, you know.
human Hindu. Human
The great spirit Willie Nelson, the god of grass.
right. But then I was like, then I'll have the orcs be dualistic. I was like, they're gonna good and evil, life and death, light and dark. That's how they see everything through that lens. And then I was like, and the reptilians are going to be monotheist, because everybody would expect the humans to be monotheistic because of like Christianity, right? But I was like, I'm going to kind of like tuck this into the Dragonborn, and that turns out that works out really well. You know, they worship their one dragon god, and humans have gods for everything, and then the orcs, which they just took me off guard, man. I was like, how is there just like so much lore for this already from a practical perspective? And I guess I have to admit it kind of stems from looking into how you would even make a medieval blimp, right? I landed on fermentation, and turns out, you know, dead things ferment, and if they're worshiping life and death, the mother of life, father of death, because you know, because fathers can be cold and authoritative, and mothers can be warm, and they create new life, just like one. You know,
Somebody had a good childhood. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
Well, who's gonna kill the chicken when the time comes to feed the family? Who's gonna fight off the wolf? Who's gonna fight off the 3 other bandits? Who's gonna fight off the
set
bear?
boundaries and keep people up to standards, right?
Who's gonna drive you home?
Oh.
And that might seem cold and authoritative, but you know, that's also for a reason. You know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes perfect
You know what,
sense.
why don't you
yeah.
explain that to my family? Can you do that for me?
Just send him the link to this podcast there, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about the other end of that, the warm, life bringing, but also what's the opposite of like orderly, right? It'd be chaotic, right? So while like as warm, welcoming, and colorful and creamy as mom may be, or like the mother of life, right? You can still get like jungles where there's like bugs eating you to death, and like just like you can't step anywhere without getting like poisoned. It's just this chaotic overgrowth that happens, and it just turns into something that wants to kill everything, right? So like
Speaking of woods in New England, all poison
can be good and bad.
mosquitoes.
I was more thinking like Australia and wondering where Corey Burton was, but
We didn't say babes. Babes. There he is.
I've been drawing a babe all night. Hold on, maybe it's because it's not full screen. Let's see. Here we go. I've got a Medusa on the way.
Yeah, that ass.
I was gonna say I could actually probably.
Corey Barton, we summon you.
What did you say, AC?
Oh yeah. Oh no, keep doing your thing. It gave me an opportunity to poke around my files here. I think I have some updated art I could show.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I think.
And James, are you ready with the book cam?
Yes, the book cam is always ready.
Okay, it's about that time. So, AC, keep those on the ready. We're gonna go dive into another book with elves this time.
Well,
Change it up a little bit, and we're gonna do a little bit of a review with our friend Chris Fisk's book here, which you can get on Amazon, Infinitale Chronicles. So
Chris, did you hear that? He called you his friend.
Wow. The fool!
Don't forget the intro.
Don't let him in the gates.
Once I'm in, I'm like a stray. Feed me once.
I don't know if you
and
knew
now I
this,
see.
AC, but Chris has been kicked out of 109 different independent comic groups.
No, and it's always the comics' fault. It's not mine.
Shall we roll
You're
that
just being
intro?
antiseptic.
Yes, thank you. Are you? You got the button?
I
Wait.
got the button.
You guys are antiseptic?
Sometimes.
I thought I was the only one.
We are the Listerine crew.
Everyone is. It's just you're not allowed to say it, so everyone
Yeah.
thinks no one else is. That's how
Exactly,
they get
dude.
you.
Nailed it.
Hit it, Wrangler,
how they
whenever
get
you're
you.
ready.
Hey, what's missing from this page? The negative space. We read it, we shred it, we tell you the truth. Negative space. Comic reviews.
That's the intro.
Love those babes on the motorcycles.
Yeah. They
Nice
usually
visuals.
demand silence. So this one I've gotten a little while ago. Obviously, we have the creators of this magnificent piece with us here today. So this one, like any other comic, I'm just gonna dig into it. No, I don't play favorites. As soon as I spend my money, that's all I care about. It's got to be good. So this one was actually I'd say, yeah, it was a good read, a little stumbling here and there, but overall, it had a solid intro, a decent middle, and I think it closed out perfectly, answering all the questions I had that were confusing me in the middle. I'd say I'd like it if the answers arrived just a tad bit sooner, because I was like, all right, I got like 18 different questions going on here. That are continuously stacking, but it answered them in a nice way that unfolded throughout the story. 1 second, I'm now very popular and someone's knocking on my door.
I always think this is a bit. This has got to be a bit. Like someone always knocks at his door.
Every time. Yeah. They hear him talking and
He's just knocking
compliment-
himself on the table. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta go.
Yeah.
It's
Wait a minute.
Chris's marketing agent.
I think this
Maybe
is
it's
just a
IBS.
great,
Yeah.
What if he's
Yeah.
a really
James's
smart
way of
and-
creating tension.
It's my
Chris
tension
knows the guy.
anyway. No, it's just perfect timing is all.
No.
a little
Yes.
too
So,
perfect.
the cover. Let's start with the cover. Overall, I actually really like the lettering. I mentioned this last time. I really enjoy the lettering. The glow seems to be a tad bit much for me. But lettering wise, most comics I've seen, this was clearly hand drawn. A lot of them don't really have that hand drawn vibe. But then again, this does have a slight advantage with this comic book because a lot of them feel overly digital today. Your average comic, which is we're grading these on, is based off the average, which is usually horrifically written, terrible pacing, and it looks overly digital. What I like about this is you can see the human elements. You can tell this was hand drawn, and that's what I want to see in these. It kind of reminds me, actually, because we're gonna flip this open. Decent opening. I, for one, don't really like white pages on my comics here, but that's more so of my own my own taste, and I have been a bit sort of, I guess, what you'd say pampered, because most of them that I open up, you're not going to get yourself a big old white page here. But overall, that is extremely minor, and like any good comic, as soon as you open it up, you get your credits. It has to be right there, right in front of you. Get your credits in a nice, orderly fashion. I think that display-wise is great. It's not too clunky. You can read it very easily going down the ways. And I just want to say this real quick. This started reminding me of Goosebumps, text-wise. That is all. Has nothing to do with anything. It just reminds me of Goosebumps. Front page, this is what I like seeing because it's nothing jarring. We've reviewed books where they had strange, jarring front pages, which is why suddenly I'm mentioning the front page of all things before actually getting into it. Clearly this was a GoFundMe one, as it says GoFundMe down here, and I actually kind of like the whole thank you for my supporters, because it actually, as a new reader, someone going in not really expecting any of this, I'm saying, oh look, this is a community. These are people who are already invested in this, and this is a creator who's sharing thanks with those who've invested. So it's a nice touch. I really like this. This is really good. Then we get straight into the action. Really good. Whenever you show your artwork, I always say you need a magnificent money shot. This is something that 90% of comics get right off the back, and this one is beautiful. We got this magnificent space shot introducing us to the planet. The only thing I would say is that space as a whole and space travel doesn't necessarily seem to be an element that has arrived, at least in this first issue. So it feels a little I think maybe I'd like more so a lovely landscape of the planet itself, sort of showing us the kingdom, showing us sort of the agriculture, or maybe the animals in the background, sort of like the life of what's actually on the planet, because we never really return to this grandiose space environment again. And one thing I actually will say is this does something that a lot of comics, I'm surprised, doesn't do, and that is that it's actually allowing the art to tell the story well, only introducing minimal text. Like we're getting this small bubble of text up here. That's all we're getting, and a great introductory page, and it continues. Once again, we get one small bubble of text, another one down here, and the art carries everything else. It's just a small blurb here, a small blurb there, and then the art carries everything else. And once again, we actually get another great money shot here, which is very strong, because you could have a really great page like this, but if your next page really isn't that great, it could deflate everything. So this is actually a really strong one. And then once again, I'm engrafted almost instantly by the storytelling that is more visual than anything. I could pull out a dozen comic books where the artwork feels supplementary to the writing. Well, this one is the exact opposite, which is good, because most of those comic books got terrible writing. So you have terrible writing and good artwork that is supplementary. It brings down the artwork. One negative I will say, well, two negatives I have, is these little bubbles. I've noticed myself leaning forward while trying to read them. For the most part, I believe the yellow text is just a tad bit too dark. I'm squinting a bit. I wear glasses. Maybe that's it. I would really like just a slightly brighter text if it's going to be on a whole black background like that.
Yeah, I will second that about the text as well. I read the book, and I was also struggling a little bit with that text. Maybe a thicker font, or
No, I'll third you. I actually had a backer or a purchaser actually from Amazon go, dude, I can't freaking read your book. Like, what do you mean? And they're like, your narration things don't read on an Amazon Kindle that's in black and white.
Oof. So
I had to recompose the book and redo those narration panels. And in the second book, we don't use this scheme anymore. We got rid of that. We actually have like paper, like a scroll, like a medieval scroll with dark text. Because I 100% agree with you. I was like I got shitty eyes, dude, and I'm like, I what? And then he's like, no, just trust me, don't worry about it. I'm like, well, customers telling me they don't like it, so it's got to change.
We have a counter opinion here with Kahuna, who says, "Just get better eyes, duh."
Yeah. Well, Elon's working on that. We're gonna see if it, my insurance can cover that one of these years. Continue on with the story. My second complaint would be, well, let me talk about this page first before I get to any complaints, because this is actually one of my favorite pages, because this sort of like blew me away. You get this small origin story, and then everything else sort of portrays it for you. You get this lovely shot of the kingdom, which I think something like this would have been better on the first page. A hand down here dropping some seeds, and then you get this tree. And what I like about this tree particularly is a lot of comics, what they'll do is they'll draw a regular tree and give it just a different colored trunk and say, look, it's on a different planet. I like how the tree is misshapen differently than like a tree you would see on Earth, or that you occasionally see on Earth, at least here in the West. Maybe they got a lot of these crazy.
Wait, you guys don't have those trees around your place?
No, not down here. And that's what I actually really like about this tree, is it's alien. It brings all, and pretty much its entire environment, because we see a jungle and we see these giant statues here. That's very fantastical. But then the sky gives it this very alien vibe. Like you feel like you're on a different planet. A nice pink sky. You feel like you're on a different planet. Then you get an up close view of the tree, which reinforces that because of the alien geometry of your tree here. And then you get closer onto this branch here, which another thing I like about this is a lot of comics, they have sort of something like that. You can tell it's a branch. Something's growing, a growth at the end of the branch. I see a lot of comics portray something simple like this, a simple object, but then they botch it, or I have to actually look at the panels around it to truly understand what they're trying to convey or show me there. I may have a freaking example around here somewhere. I got dozens of examples around here. Actually, I'm surrounded by examples, unfortunately.
Some
I'll
of
point
them
out
may
later
be
if we can.
shredded on the floor, though.
Some of them may be shredded. And then it shows us up close that you have these like babies being grown in the trees here. And then that's freaking epic. It heavily reinforces that alien sci-fi vibe that I really enjoy. So overall, this is my favorite page. My complaint would be that it feels slightly jarring that the origin story seemingly of these people we're following comes after this page here, which sort of conveys to us how they're underneath a tyrannical rule. This feels like would naturally come after we're introduced to this life form that we're seeing the life cycle of. So that's just my complaint there. It's nothing big. I was still blown away by what I was getting. And as a good comic book does, I was excited to turn the page. And that's the sign of any good comic book. In fact, I would say what I wish the average comic book would be is makes me excited to turn the page. And I was. And we got introduced to more of the dystopian environment here. Somebody being essentially tortured, possibly killed. I'm gonna say killed because we got this crazy shot here just for dropping some stuff. And I love these 3 panels here. We slowly get him shadowed and zooming in more until we get this ominous one down here. So I really enjoy these, as well as this slight slant to keep it interesting with the panels and not too boring, because I've read great comic books that have boring panels, and if you don't mix it up enough, it does drag the comic book down. It does. It's almost thematic, your panels. Very thematic. And if you have boring panels, your themes are going to seem boring. It's going to pull back from stuff. It's more noticeable than you think, especially as you continue to flip the page and see similar layouts over and over again. It pulls away from everything. So right after that, we get this brutal shot here, which is just yelling at me. You're in a beautiful environment. Stuff sucks. And we're going to have brutality. There's going to be action. There's going to be people dying. This is what this sequence tells me as a reader. And I was very much excited to continue on. Now I'm going to stop for a bit because this is a good one I want people to actually buy. And usually with the bad comic books, I flip through page after page telling you every little bit thing. But we're going to save that. We're going to save that because I want you people to go and buy this comic. I'm going to flip to a random page because I want to talk about the text. I actually really like the text away from the small little boxes. Your basic bubbles are actually done extremely well. Dialogue is kept to a minimum. At times, it could feel a bit jarring. Like I feel the words might be able to, the words could have been chosen specifically better, or they could be a little cliche, but nothing that ruins it. Nothing is pulling away from it. Though, like I said, at times, nothing is making it too exciting or interesting either. But thankfully, it is artistic art first. So the art is bringing it left and right with the character designs. I think I may have only seen one panel that make me look a little iffy. And that was when it was basically this woman here is giving birth. It showcased her child, which is in this gentleman's hand here. At first, I thought it was a lesbian relationship because it was an up-close panel of him, and he looks like a girl. But I thought, you know what? Elves look like girls. Okay. There's like
Wow,
4
more
types
racism,
of elves.
folks.
There's 4 types of elves. The overly beautiful, feminine elves is one of them. So it's like, okay, it's an elf. They're elf people. Also, you get a lot of these great dreamy sequences with this character that are worth checking out. Let me find one specifically just to show off, and it's this one right here. I really enjoy Arnold Schwarzenegger Dragon, which is what I call this guy here. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger Dragon. He's buff. First thing I noticed was the abs leading downward.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I was like, whoa, look at those abs. You can grate cheese on that. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger Dragon. And this added slight confusion into the story because we're introduced in the first page of these tyrants who are ruling over them. Then we're introduced to our main characters and then to gods and who they worship. And maybe it's just me. I didn't make the connection that the people they're worshiping were the tyrants at the beginning. I thought they were just separate. That was sort of confusing. At the end, though, it wraps up everything particularly nicely in a decent bow, in fact, where our characters find a particular item, a lovely MacGuffin, that just brings it all together like a good rug brings a room together. So this one you got to buy. The only thing I'll point out is this is a money shot page, but I'm going to be honest, this money shot page here actually let me down. What kind of let me down was we're introduced to this huge Hydra that instantly kills one of our guys. They turn around. Whoa, where'd this Hydra come from? And what we see here is the Hydra's ruining the bottom of the world. You know, everything's being destroyed here. You're telling me this snuck up on them? This snuck up on them? They turn around and there it is? Maybe he was just really fast with that first head. But I pull back a little bit. When that first head goes and kills this guy, it's, really, I got your friend. The death, though, I think was pretty decent. Blood-wise, gore-wise, I could have used a little more. But seeing that it was sort of blackish blood, it fit in with the artistic piece that I didn't really complain much. And we also get him being torn to shreds here, which is lovely. That's what you really want to see is wide shot. But unfortunately, there wasn't too many of these wide shots because I know our characters are in front of him. But once the action starts in this next page, I don't really get an establishment of space. I'm trying not to bend this space when this action happens up here, which I'm trying to show off. Our character is doing something, but I can't tell you necessarily what. He's like sideways on his staff, but I don't know if he's like lifting himself up to dodge the rocks, throwing himself forward towards the enemy, or just throwing himself in the air. And the next panel is a straight zoom in panel where I have no idea where he's at, what he's doing, where his body is. I think because the way I see him holding this staff, that maybe this is us just looking at him from the frontal end as he's still kind of sideways in the air. But then suddenly in the next one, we're like his staff is in the creature's mouth, and I think he's in the air. I say that because his cape is kind of hanging downward when you'd think you'd see it fluttering more. There's a lot of action happening, a lot of movement. That creature's head's not standing still. It's flying downward. I'd like it to see it fluttering. I believe we have it's either on another panel, the next page, we get a nice fluttering of the cape. But because of it was like kind of hanging downward, I was wondering, it's like, is there floor underneath his feet? Because you see his feet, they don't really give this, at least to me, this idea that he's in the air, flailing about. It almost feels like at least one of them is on the ground. But then our next panel, he is 100% on the ground. So it's like, I feel like character. Is that a different character?
Yeah, look at the hair color.
My bad. And you know what? That was another one. That was one that got me too. These characters are all dressed the same, and some of them have the same hair color that I couldn't tell them apart. And I thought for a moment, wouldn't it just be cool if like our main guy had like a blue cape or something? So that way, like this is our distinguishably different or something golden. Because the only thing I noticed was the tiara sort of on his head, which helped me distinguish it differently. Because a super awesome kill shot happens right after this page. If you want to see it, you got to pick up the book, and it's worth getting it because I stopped and I looked at that kill shot for like 3 minutes. And I thought, now that's freaking epic. I'll ask our homeboys here because you made the book. Want me to show the kill shot?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, because it's pretty good. It's pretty good right here. This homeboy right here goes in to take a hit, and this is where I stopped because I thought, is this our main character? Did our main character just die? And I realized
take
no.
a hit, AC.
this is actually one of his side guys, and what made me realize it is because he didn't have the tiara like the other guy did, and I thought, he needs something else to make him stick out instead of just the tiara, because they have similar hair color, they're wearing the same clothes basically. I needed something different, but we get this shot where these 3 panels right here are perfect, this slicing into the creature. We also get this lovely establishing shot, which we could have used something like this earlier, where I can see where he's going to hit. I see where his weapon is going to enter. So when I get this up close shot, I know where he's at. And then it splashes his blood and boom, right there. That shit, I was like, damn, that shit is good. Like, I stopped and looked at that for a while. And we get another great shot. From here, it's just excellent artwork and storytelling, worth picking it up. I was a bit confused because I really didn't get answers at this point. And I kept flipping. Characters kept going places and doing things, but I wasn't receiving answers. They get captured by these fawn that turn out to be the main bad guys and stuff, or similar bad guys. I still didn't get answers. But it wasn't until the end that they actually wrap it up nicely. I'm not going to show that off because I'm basically showing off the entire book already. But this one, if you haven't known my rating system, it's the most accurate rating system in the entire world. This one gets 700,025.5.6. So this is an above average book that is worth getting. I'm sure the second one is even better, clearly,
like a start
because
date.
what I got here,
Chris, you better put that on your website as a rating because that's going to look good.
Exactly. We rate things from negative 100,000 to 1 million. So that's a rating system. And I enjoyed this, and it ended the ending is satisfactory and made me want to continue reading. So I will be picking up the next one. I'm sure it will be better. It's refreshing to read something I actually enjoyed instead of the last handful of stuff we went through. So I'd advise people to check it out. You get your fair amount of pages for your money's worth. How much is the book again? I don't remember how much you paid for this.
I think it's $9 for a 54 color page book.
Yeah. It was pretty affordable for what I got. It's nice and thick here. And it's also well bound as well. One thing, I collect rare books. And one aspect that I've been getting into is literally book binding. So I was checking out the literal binding of the book. And what you need in a good book is good sewing and stitching, which this one actually does. It got fine sewing and fine stitching. I actually seen a few other comics that weren't actually as well put together, believe it or not, though a majority of them are. And so this one's going to hold up nicely here. And it's going to go into my library as something that I'm going to reread in the future. So pick up Infinite Chronicles. It's a good read, number 1, and stay tuned for a review of number 2 in the future.
Brilliant.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks. I definitely appreciate both the feedback and the support, man, because dude, it's so hard like getting the word out there, and it's even harder to get honest feedback because you know your friends don't tell you, dude, your book sucks. And quite frankly, one of my proofreaders, you know how you said like the Kalen there, the redheaded dude looked like a chick.
Yeah,
I can't say on this channel what my proofreader said what he looked like, but it was a double. There were 2 words. The first one started with an F, and the second one started with an F, and it was trucking maggot.
Whoa.
So I mean, it was incredibly like it was very crude, he was very rude or whatever, but like it to me, like as a game designer, I appreciate that kind of like because dude, you're not saying, hey Chris, you suck as a person and you should be ashamed of yourself. It's a dude, I'm trying to help you so that your next book's better. You know, so I greatly appreciate that, man, and thanks for taking the time to do this.
The more I watch these reviews, the more I'm dreading when he's going to review mine because I have no gore in my books. It's going to add him
well,
down.
It's not that kind of book, you know.
It is not. No,
I read it for the articles.
Fred just gets off stream and just like you just he just immediately starts drawing like a corpse, like stomach.
Yeah. We add a couple of extra pages. His
body.
foot's gonna get stuck in the propeller now. And
It's like I don't know where it's going, but it's gonna be the grossest shit, and I'm putting it somewhere.
I'm gonna
I mean,
up
you
my
got
rating.
You got a pretty good cover where your character is all beat up.
Are you talking about me or Chris?
Yeah. You, it's your
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
He does get a little bit of blood on his lip. He does, yeah.
Yeah. Gets a bruised eye, stubs his toe.
You got to pick up River of Blood as well, because I want to bring up Patrick because I know he hates it.
Okay.
So River of Blood's got a lot of freaking gore. You got bodies being ripped to shreds, and I'm going to be one of those bodies. Like one of the Frenchmen is going to be modeled off me.
Yes.
So if you want to see me get torn to shreds, back Patrick's River of Blood on my comic today.
Patrick grew one of his ears back.
That's all the hormones I've been taking. Oh, get a room, you two. Oh my god.
Wow, look at those elves.
Have fun storming the castle.
Lovely. Hello. How you do? Welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. How is everybody?
So nice to see you.
Nice
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, Kuna's in the chat here. She's distracted.
It's good distraction. You know, as a writer, you need to be distracted because you want your readers to be distracted.
Oh yes.
And let's get back to go ahead, AC.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys want to see some pages?
Yes.
Or do you want
Absolutely.
Cool. That got me in the mood, so to speak. I was like,
yeah.
He's saying stuff that I learned. Like with the lettering, particularly.
This is going to be cool though. I've read your book, but I haven't seen any of the comic version of it yet. So this is going to be cool to see.
Oh, I hope you like it.
Yeah, bring it. Oh, did you share it?
Yeah, I'll share it right now.
Okay.
My son just ran in here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, got the whole family.
Yeah. Let me here. I'll show you the sample pages from Anvil, which in computer.
Brilliant.
So I got this here. Show that quick. If you guys can see it, the Anvil magazine.
Let's put it back to the
let me just drop the share for a second so you can show the magazine.
You always got to put them at an angle there to get rid of the
nice. Yeah, Rattel Ancestors is in that book. I hope all you collectors have that copy. It's going to be worth.
Which number is that?
Number 3.
And then let's see, Rattel. Here we go. Oh, Luke's art, man, looks so good, and just big full pages. These are some of what we got going on here, and I'll pull some of these up on stream. But yeah, this just became kind of like a treasure for me. Because like the story got itself to this point, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's dive into some pages here. I just wanted to show where.
Yeah, I'll bring it back here on the stage. Here we go, and we saw that same page there in the magazine too.
Yeah,
recognized it.
So,
beautiful art by Luke Stone.
Yeah. He did a good job with the background conveying. This is a flashback.
Is Luke doing your lettering as well, or do you have a separate letterer for that?
I do my own lettering. Lettering is it's one of the things I learned. Like, essentially, I figured everything out up into the actual art. I'm trying to I have all the gear set up to learn line work next. I think I'm going to save coloring for last because there's all kinds of theory that goes along with that, right? You have to have the eye for it too, and my eyes aren't exactly the best. So I think I can get by with just inking and then maybe learn some halftone stuff. That would be good to learn.
It's a good start. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite panels here because of all the snow and the red moon and stuff. We got my son's getting into stuff. So here's some of the gore for you.
There you go, James.
Got an arrow through the neck there. We got some stuff going. He's getting stabbed with there's a
I
shield.
used to be an adventurer, then I got an arrow through the neck.
You know, and somebody in the background here getting ran through. So yeah, Luke
That
did
guy
good. You
pressed
got
square and X at the same time to execute him.
right. So yeah, this is kind of like, I think Luke's like art style just reminds me of a lot of like American cartoons, like Saturday, like the old, like I want to say Gargoyles.
The late 80s, early 90s era.
Yeah,
And those are some thought bubbles there too, aren't they?
they are. Where
That's awesome. People have eschewed thought bubbles for generations now. It's nice to see them come
Well,
back.
people have issued thoughts for generations.
Yeah, true.
Gotta need to have some synapses firing first.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I convey the music? I was like, I'm just gonna put music notes there. How about I just
There you go.
He's playing some music. How about that? So yeah, this
So what did
is
he do? He
this
went
is-
da da da. Right. there.
yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it's exactly what I put in. This is one of Luke's favorite panels here. I think he put a little extra into this, like you got.
Yeah.
And then, with the overlapping frames, it's really nice. I like it. And then this page in particular, I wanted to include in the sample on that I have linked on Fun My Comic. You guys can find this there. It's one of the Google Drive links, I believe.
Is this a scene from the airship?
Yeah, they're on their way to the other side of the world, basically.
The link is in the chat and in the comments, folks. So do
Those
check it out.
those jesters, are
I
they
remember the jester.
are they eunuchs? Are they like smoothed over with a hot pail like in the old days, or
So,
Oh God.
yeah, probably. I mean, the orcs are different than like real life humans, so
okay.
maybe it depends how deep I want to go into that. But if it's like a historical thing that is super relevant, then I don't see why not. They could be eunuchs. I don't care. I didn't really talk about Usyk's junk.
Just saying.
Well,
Missed opportunity.
I think
Now
Luke
you know what your
appreciated
readers
that.
want to hear, though, AC. You
No,
know what
I
people
want a
are thinking about.
screenshot. I want a screenshot of Luke's face when you're like, "Yeah, can you make the junk?"
Like he's got a little bit too much of a bulge here, Luke. Actually, funny story. When I got the first page back, he forgot in the description that the main protagonist had his nose frozen off in that previous scene that I showed you. This scene here. This is when he still has a nose, but it's this event. He gets so much frostbite defending his family here that he loses his nose. But when I got the first page back, he forgot that the protagonist didn't have a nose. So I was like, oh, it's perfect, except like he doesn't have a nose. And Luke's response was, all right, I'll shear that baby off. It was just like, he just took it in stride.
Baby off.
I'll just shear that baby off. Yeah. And so I figure he would have a similar response if I wanted to get
Oh, he lost his cock on this one. All right, I'll shear that baby off.
shear it off.
I'm okay.
Yeah, just shear that baby off. All right, and then I got some brand new pages that I'll share. Those are
I'll just say, the Muslims were right about some things.
yeah. At least
No,
they make you be a
don't tell
man or a
Chris
woman.
that. All the elves are circumcised. In
Yeah,
his
I'm
book.
not going to kick you off, Aaron, but I am holding my finger on the button. So just so you know.
This is awesome. Look at
Yeah,
this.
I like to see the size comparison between the two. It's nice.
Yeah. I think he went a little
Jesus.
hard on that.
Get your mind out of the
Right,
gutter,
right.
folks.
So we
You're
were just talking about that.
sick
Sorry.
fucks.
It's
Poor
correct.
AC.
This image here of this is Limp Laver. He's the priest. This is like the perfect meme response. I've used it more than a handful of times just without context as a response to people. Here's a little bit more. This is
That really is. You have to give it a good caption, and then
yeah,
just like
yeah.
So, is this like some of the more recent artwork?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he's
This
like
is-
his style has improved over time. I can see like
Yeah, that
he's
looks
getting
great.
to know the characters a bit more.
They're
it
like a
seems.
medieval Bonnie and Clyde.
yeah.
And
yeah, this is-
so, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. This is Kiru the Kind, and this is Red Raken. So Kiru the Kind is probably the most lawful good character, and then Red Raken is probably the most chaotic evil character, just for D&D.
She's got red hair, doesn't she?
What? Ooh, no, only Usyk does. That's why he's called his okay, so in orc culture you earn your name. I go very Spartan with it, where since they live in like a wasteland, the Arctic, one of the things that they do to become a man, much like Spartans mixed with like Native American Indian tribes, you basically are sent out into the wilderness, and you're expected to come back with specifically a predator, corpse, pelt, whatever, evidence that you killed some sort of predator.
And she was the predator?
Well, she earned her name because you got it. They're always trying to earn their name and then earn their real name and then actually earn their true name after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a never-ending cycle of like getting a better title through great deeds, you know?
Also, they have like these really long names when they introduce themselves. Then some will have like really kind of flamboyant titles and names and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, yeah. You could list all. Yeah, you could be like formerly known as Bear Slayer, Breaker of Bones, and you know what I mean. You just go full Daenerys with it. But there's actually a reason for it, you know. Aside from actually, I guess she accomplished those great deeds. Oh, whatever. But a cultural reason. But anyway, yeah.
Any
so
of them earned the name Frosty?
She's Kiru the Kind. She earned it by in a similar that page I showed you with the violence, something similar like that, where there was a raid happening. After the raid, her tribe won, and she nursed one of the survivors back to health. So they named her Kiru the Kind.
Lucky guy.
Kind of mockingly, actually. Like I said, she's lawful good, so probably not a lucky guy. Lucky that he survived, but he didn't get lucky. She's kind of prude, not gonna lie. But
I could
he
change
ended
her.
up.
Is there a distinct size difference between the males and females?
There is, yeah. They're it's like bull males, you know, kind of thing.
Are all the males like that big, comparatively speaking?
It manifests differently because of the half orc nature of them, and I think I'm gonna have the original pureblood orcs be maybe some primordial DNA would rationalize it a little bit more. But
Nice.
yeah, there's a lot of make and model of orc, different colors too. They tend to stick into like the gray, earthy, basically the colors that would like blend in with in a snowy landscape. So like with rocks, you might get kind of like a wood toned orc. You might get some different types of rock tones. You know what I mean? Some snow, maybe the sky. You can get these kind of skin complexions, but
What inspired you to make them not green for the most part?
I gave that just kind of came to me. That's just kind of like I kind of felt like I needed to put them in like a winter landscape because these are just some of the pieces that kind of came together. But yeah, now that you mention it, I guess I haven't really thought twice about it. It was just like I think I want orcs, but I want them to be different.
Mhm.
It would be cool if I actually had a reason for like a snowy landscape, like because there's a lot of unused, untapped resources in like the Arctic regions of like even a fantasy world.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, my world's in like a perpetual ice age, you know, where it like freezes and thaws every year.
So's
Like
my world. They see come to Canada sometime.
Anybody else got
dude.
Led Zeppelin lyrics going through their head right now?
Say again.
Anybody else got Led Zeppelin lyrics
Oh,
going
right.
through their head right now?
I was gonna say, Fred, I'm not that far away, honestly. Where we moved,
Oh, yeah?
we're the same biome, buddy. Maybe unless you're like northern Canada.
No,
The
I'm
chances are, I
I'm
think we're-
close to I'm right where the St. Lawrence River comes in, like into the Great Lakes. So where the ocean kind of meets well,
Yeah.
the name Quebec literally means where the river kind of shrinks in size.
Mm-hmm.
So that's literally what my city means.
I'm probably
What a
only,
stupid
like,
name
8
for a
hours.
city.
Okay,
thought
St.
that was
Louis.
Victoria.
I'm probably only like 8 hours from you. That's crazy. Just calculating it out in my head.
That's
So, yeah,
exactly the distance Atlantic City is, because I'll probably be heading down there in October. with
Nice.
Transmit. Driving
So
down.
on the Kiru the Kind's design, there was only the choker around the neck, which is a necklace that she treasures that I go into more detail about in the actual prose. But that was really the only detail I gave Luke. So he kind of like went. She's the first female orc that he drew, and I was just like, this is awesome. And he's like, yeah, I needed to make an orc that I would bang. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, man, that shit sells. It was a good conversation. I was like, yeah. I was like, you need ladies. You need ladies.
I now understand why you're addicted to making comics now, Ace.
It's so fun.
I'm starting to see it now.
It's so
Got a little bit of RBF going on.
Here's her backstory. I just told you the backstory so you guys can kind of visually follow it now. So, post battle, finds a guy in the snow, drags him back. This is such an emotional scene. This is what I was telling you guys about, where I opted to take time for the pacing.
Yeah.
Like this, I love this panel. Luke knocked it out. I'm gonna send him this this podcast after we're done. Like,
Cool.
dude, I know. It's like, and then he's like, here, thanks for that. Thanks for that help. And then
Love
what
her
happened-
face. I love that. That's
Yeah.
my favorite face so far in the book. She's got a really
This is her
awesome
iconic face. Yeah,
expression.
dude. And what's going on in the background here is this is her village burning. So what ended up happening is she saved an enemy. He ended up living, going back to his tribe, getting a new band of dudes, and going and burning her tribe anyway.
Damn.
And so the survivors mockingly call her Kiru the Kind. She's kind of a little bit of an outcast, but she stands by it. She's like lawful good. She believes that she's serving the mother of life by even nursing the enemies back to health, because if they survived, then the mother still has plans for them, right? So I noticed, dude, I'm telling you, like the orc religion, I just started with duality, like dualism, and then like the flying ship based on fermentation. And I was like, fermentation comes from corpses. Everything started going full circle. I was like, wow, the dudes worship like the father more because they're like the more of the warriors. Like, yeah, you can get female warriors just like Vikings, right? And it's rationalized because they're orcs. But here's a reptilian. He fell. He hurt himself. He's not having fun. And yeah,
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Another thing I wanted to mention, I did the backstory in one page. So here we are telling the story. It goes to the backstory, one page, and then back to the story here.
Yeah.
Where stuff is happening. So I try to do that as I introduce characters, because in the novel it's kind of a parade of characters where, here's the king with his magic crystal. Oh yeah.
And
Is
Luke's
that a
got
dark
a little bit of the
crystal?
Sorry, go ahead, Patrick.
Say again?
I was just gonna say, is that a dark crystal?
Dark crystal. Kinda in this circumstance. It doesn't do the same stuff, no.
Oh, okay.
But he definitely. So
It should be
didn't even get
mine, personally. I feel like,
Well, I found out one of the other ways you can get hydrogen is through this. I can't remember the specific term. It's either electrosis or hydrosis. One of those. One of these things. Something like that. Yeah, you run an electrical current through water, and it separates all the gases into different gases. So you can, in theory, trap hydrogen if you just have access to electricity. So
Yeah, well, there's people who've been running their motorcycles and their cars on water because of that, but they tend to disappear mysteriously a couple of weeks after that.
Nobody saw anything.
Isn't that crazy? Because in theory, all you would have to do is separate.
What's
the
your
water.
name? You're dead.
What's your name? You're gone. Cook. You're fired. So yeah, he uses this thing to basically run electricity through seawater, capture the hydrogen, and then that's how they top off their balloon.
Oh, that's
Essentially.
cool.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
And yeah, so I started somewhere. it's inefficient to try to capture gases from like rotting things. Like in theory, yeah, you could capture some hydrogen over the years, maybe, but like I like starting there, like figuring it out like that in a medieval setting, and then they elaborate on things with magic. Like
Nice.
there's this, and then magic takes it a step further. Now we can fly in a scientific way.
Mhm.
So the orcs are really the main characters, right? It's not a story about humans. It's really the orcs story, right?
There's one human slave, one dragonborn slave. The rest are orcs, and they find goblins. I will say that. There's
Goblins are always there to infiltrate everything. It's just terrible.
This is another good reaction picture. You just put a little caption.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that nose sheared off. Shear that thing off.
Just like his penis.
Yeah. Yeah.
The schmeckle just circumcised the
Dude,
snot.
that's a good ship, man.
Oh, the ship? Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a lollipop.
Yeah, I like the slightly underneath angle.
Yeah.
With
cool.
the
It's
clouds.
gold.
It's a
Greased
Dracar with a
lightning.
trireme. Yeah.
But yeah, here's some good ones. This is Red Raken and Kiru again. I think they're arguing at this point in the story.
God, I love those faces.
I know. He's doing good, man. I said
They're
Black
either
Beatty.
arguing or it's foreplay. I can't tell which.
Kablock!
It's a Klingon mating ritual.
Exactly.
I said Black Beady Eyes for Red Raken, and freaking Luke Stone did not disappoint. It's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I'm also, this might sound strange, but I love her ears. Her ears are very realistic for elf ears. Like they're very believable.
I have a feeling because me and Luke are very understanding with each other about, payment stuff on my end. It's all, everything's good, obviously. It's all figured out. And same with Luke. I'm pretty sure things have been better on his end too. But like, I feel like we've developed this camaraderie through just like life events happening. I think he got like shouted down on Twitter by the woke mob or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was saying something like leftists were attacking him, and
Oh no.
yeah. So, and that's just like one of several things, but I feel like he's rewarding me a little bit with the art by being patient with some stuff, and it's awesome. I'll be
Hey,
right back.
dude, the level of detail, like on the skin, like all that hatching is very like minute hatching. It almost looks like a lithography.
Yeah.
Beautiful texturing, man. That's going the extra mile.
Well, it's what it's doing is it's leaving a lot of the legwork off of the colorist. Like you could have it just like this without the color, and it still fits really well. Like all the hatching and everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually something real quick. Brother.
Yeah. Finish your.
I think that is something I'm gonna send out to people. The fact, because I know it's marketed as like ongoing and kind of just like a fundraiser whenever I or the crowd, whenever it's done kind of thing. But I think as just like a reward, as soon as these are done, I'm gonna compile all the black and white pages and like send out a little free like, hey, I'm still here. Thanks for your support. You're awesome. Stay tuned for more kind of thing.
Nice.
Because the inks are going to be done in this condition before everything. And in theory, since I'm doing the lettering, right? Am I right, guys? Like, is that a good idea? You think I can just slap it together as soon as it's done and ship it out to backers as like a free extra?
Yeah.
Because I know some didn't order that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
You're good.
yeah, so one of my side gigs is behind the scenes. I've been helping a lot of people compose their books for print because surprise, a lot of indie comics creators have no idea what prepress means. So,
what's the word in French?
What the word for prepress in French?
Yeah, I might know it in French. I'm just
I mier or meld. No,
sounds like that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't.
But so I've actually had multiple people now. They released something what they call the artist edition, which is a kind of a sneak peek for the backers. And like you said, it's a preemptive release of early pages or pages that they have but it's not the complete version, i.e., it's not colored. Maybe it has like placeholder text or whatever. But the idea is that if you've got backers and you're giving them that sneak previews, or that you're moving the curtain aside, you're giving them something extra that you're not going to get as a retail customer. So yeah, dude, amen. Like I support the idea. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I've had multiple people do it now, and they seem to be enjoying it. So good on you.
It's good. I mean, Tom Tuttle did a black and white version of his own book. He was like, what was the reasoning? Patrick just stepped aside for a minute. He was gonna do it in color, but he saw the black and whites, and dude, the black and whites are so gorgeous. I got to put out a black and white. I ordered both. Like I was just like enamored with the black and white as much as the color, and I'm like, they both stand so strong.
Well, they do two different things for your eyes too. Like the black and white, it appeals more to your shape, like your ability to look at all the finer details and everything. Whereas the color, it actually brings the entirety of the image in. Whereas what we're seeing on the page here, we're better able to isolate elements. Like we have, so Luke is really good at understanding that foreground elements have a different stroke width than background elements. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, the deer, bear, antlered things in the background have slightly thinner stroke width, and it's lighter, whereas the foreground characters don't. And you tend to lose that when you add color, because color flattens everything into a color language, whereas this is a shape and outline language.
Now, the antlers on the bears, was that something you came up with, or is that part of like some mythical lore that I'm unaware of?
So I try to add like a biblical / and I mean biblical in like an epic sense, but like a mythical / like biblical whimsy to like even how I like describe things, like instead of just saying it how it is. I know a lot of people say show versus tell, but I really do try to just like compare things indirectly as a way to describe them. So I'm kind of rambling on in a different direction here, but I just told
that's okay. Luke, that's what the show is about.
Yeah, man.
I just told Luke a horned bear, and he made it with antlers, and I didn't send it back because I was like, that's an enhancement.
It's freaking cool, dude.
I know. Yeah. I was like, all my bears have kind of like bull horns where they're dangerous, kind of like aimed ahead so that they can like fight, right? But then he did antlers on this one. So now this is going to be like a special bear in the history for sure. And what you're seeing is the backstory of Red Raken, actually. This is him as an adolescent, like I described earlier, being sent out Spartan, Native American, Indian style to earn his name. And guess what he did? He earned it. I'm done with that, yeah. And then let me see what else we got here. On the bookshelf. Here's him, I believe, returning. Defeating. He's a little older here. He defeats a war chief. A little older, defeats like a whole band, like a king, You're
good doing flashes of his backstory.
Yeah, like his whole life. Yeah. And then here, he instead of sparing the leader or anything, this is what he does to their
You're going to get points with James on this one.
Luke is a pastor that's a badass. I'll say he's a badass pastor. He knows what we're going for. When you say Old Testament, Luke knows he knows how to crack some whips.
Dogs and cats living together.
Now what we got here, it's a subtle detail. We got Red Raken just cheesing out. He is so happy with himself here. But what we got in the background here, why he's so happy, is these are a bunch of burning orc bodies.
Oh, he's making helium.
He's making an embarrassment. He's making an embarrassment of his enemies, because you actually are on the right track with the helium. You remember how I said like fermentation, all that stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the orcs believe that that's actually a really sacred and divine way to like let somebody like have a funeral, is you essentially leave them out to rot, because if you think about it, that's not really possible in the Arctic.
Right.
Yeah.
You just freeze.
It would require like firewood. It would require like warmth to like maintain the temperature enough for like things to grow. And then when you think about things growing to consume all that stuff, that's the mother of life.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole thing, it's writing itself. Right. And I'm like, this shit sounds divine as hell. And so I had this guy burn his enemies, because that doesn't sound that crazy to a human, but it's really offensive. Because you're just destroying them. Because think about it, even if you send your son out to do his rite of passage and he doesn't return, what's the assumption? The assumption is that he was killed by a bear or a wolf or something.
You met a woman.
Yeah.
Come on for a pack of smokes.
Yeah, he just took on. Which I might write a couple stories like that, honestly. For real, dude. That'd be cool.
I know
That's
whenever
cool
my
story.
friends meet a woman, I never see them for a while.
That's a
Yeah.
cool story, dude. I should actually. That's a cool story. Like you go
Is that,
out.
is that why you hang out with comic book creators, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're all here right now.
Well, wait, you're going on the idea that like burning the corpse or whatever is like a big insult in their culture.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because you're
you-
destroying them.
Yeah. Are you familiar at all with the Zoroastrianism or?
Not
You ever
too
heard-
much.
Very
well,
if you're doing
so-
dualism, yeah.
No, well, so Google recently. The reason why I bring this up is because you just reminded me of this with the whole burning as an insult thing.
Yeah.
So Google Maps just recently censored parts of Mumbai because there's a contingency of Zoroastrians still existing in Mumbai, and part of their religion is they don't believe in. They believe in something called I think it's like excarnation. Instead of incarnation, it's excarnation. And the idea is that it's an insult because they believe that fire is sacred and burying under the ground is sacred. Like basically they don't want to sully the elements with the human body. So they create these things called towers of silence, and it is the most disturbing thing that some poor bastard found.
Dude,
on
the most
Google
metal
Earth.
The most metal shit comes out of these beliefs, and it's so unique.
Yeah, so they have a giant walk, okay, with a hole in the center. And somebody on Google Earth like was traumatized because they started zooming in at these giant circles that were probably about the size of, a pretty large size building. And it was just filled with carnage because the Zoroastrianism believed that like leaving the corpse out to decay in the sun and having carrion birds eat it like vultures and stuff is the natural way to go. So you shouldn't burn bodies. And these poor bastards were on Google Earth, and they zoom in and just see this massive like carrion. Yeah. And it was like everywhere. So they have to blur out all these giant circles that are all over Mumbai where they just leave the bodies out to get eaten.
I thought
they don't want to deal with those Nasu flies.
See, I thought that was a Tibetan monk thing in the mountains, right?
They do that as well. Yeah, they will actually prepare the cadavers and open them up for the scavenger birds. Yeah.
I didn't know I was like literally channeling like some sort of actual thing that I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's great.
There's a lot of people that have done that over the span of humanity. Yeah, because the birds carry the soul to heaven or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
It becomes like this very macabre, beautiful thing. I really like it in my wintry orc setting because of the whole how precious heat is in that setting. Yeah, and so then you get like what I was saying, if your kid doesn't come back, he was eaten by a wolf, so the circle of life continues. Like A, as sad as it is, he wasn't worthy enough. B, he fed a predator. There you go.
Your son was a bitch.
but honestly, another way to probably.
It's kind of like sending him out to Hollywood as well. Like if he doesn't come back, well, he fed a predator.
Oh God!
Have a seat.
Well, and even the young orc would be incentivized to actually try to find a predator, like to end it, because you can't go back, and the alternative is like freezing to death, which is just as offensive in the complete opposite direction as burning, because you're just preserving. Like there's no life there. You're not feeding anything if you get buried, there's no circle of life. Both burning the body and freezing the body both stop the circle of life, and thus the orcs are disgusted by it. So I leave you with that little taste. It just
Taste, he says.
It's a taste. Yeah.
Well,
I can taste it.
Drugs, kids.
Barbecue.
I'm looking forward to it. Do you have an estimated? Do you know when the book is expected? Is it something 2027 perhaps, or?
As soon as possible. Luke is still in the process of pages. Like I said, we're in the mid 50s. It's gonna maybe break 80 pages. So we're climbing in on that last half here. It's just kind of, I don't really bug. I do the same thing with Luke as I do with Mark, where I don't really bug him.
No, right. It's at the speed of like the art. You want the quality to come out and not them feeling rushed.
And it's
We're
like,
not
what's
like, yeah, we're not in the Marvel bullpen here where everyone is doing just that all day long.
Exactly. And it's like, what's the worst thing I got to deal with? I have one job. My job is to explain it to the audience. That, like, if anybody has questions, I can explain it. Like, here's where we're at. Here's the last page we did. Yeah, you know, it is what it is.
I've been meaning to ask you before we go, like, who's your colorist? Because Luke's not doing the colors, right? Do you have a separate colorist for that, or
Luke is not doing the colors,
or is he? I don't know.
I actually for the rest of this, I wanted him to, but that's actually
okay.
That's a good catch. Let me find the page from Fun My Comic. It's Edgar Tavitas. Sorry, I don't need to find the page now. It's Edgar Tavitas. He is a fantastic colorist, as you guys saw. A lot of that really, like, it was like Luke knows how to, like you guys were saying, with the line work and stuff. He understands the depth and all that, and can really bring it out. He has a unique style. But then Edgar came in, and he just like understands lighting and like colors on like this crazy vivid scale, and was like doing stuff I really did not expect. I was like, wow. I'm gonna have to keep this going for the next 40 pages.
It says with regret in his voice.
Dude, well, keep us updated, man. I know you have to go to your show. You have Iron Sea coming up. I myself, I'm going to be going to CG After Dark. I don't know, Patrick, are you joining us on CG After Dark tonight?
Sure am.
All right, we'll see you all there. So, gentlemen, this is like a choose your own adventure book. You can go to one show or the other, but stay tuned. You have a lot of choice. You have a good quality options to choose from. Thank you so much, AC, for coming back, man. It was good reviewing your book, your campaign on last Wednesday's show with Aaron, and I'm glad that we could have you on again and talk about it, see the progress, what you're doing, learn about your second book as well, which is insane that you're doing a second book. It's very admirable.
The second one, I was able to pull the trigger on it because it's really the first of 3 issues. I was like, where are we at? That's an issue. Let's send it.
Nice.
So,
is it 80 pages in the same range, or are you doing like smaller increments?
So because I have kind of like a set range with that I'm comfortable with writing, because with my short stories, there's not enough, and then there's if I keep writing, it's going to turn into a novel. You know? So I have this comfortable 10 to 12K range with my word count, and in that range, it lands me about the same as my graphic novel. It's going to be about 80, 90 pages.
Nice.
If I really slim it down, like I trim the fat as much as I could.
That's 80 to 90 pages for one issue, and you've got 3 issues.
For one graphic novel for the whole story. That's the other side.
And you're going to split that into 3.
Yeah.
Okay, which is about 30 pages. Okay, that's perfect. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So
that makes it
and
manageable.
I guess that's the other selling point, is each of these has an ending. It's not like you guys will be strung along for a million years.
It is. It is a thing. Like, people want to know that, you know, they're not just going on some vague thing, that there actually is an end point to it, that you've thought out the story through and through, and that you know where you're going as well. I think people like to know that as well. Which makes me want to ask you, Patrick, do you write straight to script format, or do you kind of like write short story? Did you write kind of a short story / novel style before you went into your comic book idea? Like,
it depends on which one you're talking about, because they're all different.
Okay. Well,
so for like Phenomenon, that's all. There were probably, good God, 3 to 4 overviews which is me just describing to myself events that occur that then get whittled down until I have a very basic overview of things that I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I want to do with this issue. And then it goes to script. And then the script, like, for instance, I'm on draft 5 of Phenomenon 3 right now. And draft 5 is so different than draft 4. Like, it's crazy.
Really?
I was gonna say that's a I really like that. Where do you just sit there like with a voice note and you're like, and then this happens and then that happens?
No, what I do is so the hardest part is like putting something on the page, you know, like when you're stuck there and you're looking at a blank document and you're like, what am I doing? Literally, I will write that out. I will go, what am I doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
And so when you look at some of my overviews, you'll see that I'm kind of talking to myself as I write it out, from thought to word. And then it gets whittled down into essentially bullet points of events that occur in the story. And then that's the official overview that I take to write the actual script, which then includes dialogue and all that stuff. And then the dialogue obviously gets whittled down, and it gets whittled and whittled and whittled until you get the art back, and then you whittle it even further, you know, to be like, okay, well, I can't have a fucking 5-paragraph monologue here. I've got to get this. I got to make this concise.
You know, Patrick, I did something similar when I was writing down the I guess you could say outline for one of my books.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like I was talking to myself.
Yeah.
Putting things in, they go do this, yada, yada, yada. I actually wrote out yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I just weird, but it gets the brain going.
I wrote the exact same thing, yada, yada, yada. And I think it's also helpful to just be like, especially if you're like just struggling to get started, it's like, just right up at the top, brainstorm. And then just let whatever comes to your brain. And for like, you know, I'll write something and I'll go, oh, well, that would work in with this. And then I could type that in there too. But it's different for different things. So like for Minotaur, that was a test to myself to see if I could do a comic within 24 pages, which I failed because it was 27. But
Wow.
I added those 3 pages.
Had I known you were a failure, I wouldn't have brought you on the show tonight.
You've known I was a failure for a long time.
Well, Patrick, that was a good choice. You know the ladies love the Minotaurs.
They sure, apparently they do. They
Whoa.
love milking the Minotaurs, apparently.
Yeah, milking farm.
Yeah. But that one was, you know, what I did was I wrote the general, like it's a very simple story, I feel like. And I wrote the general gist of it, the one overview, and then I wrote the first script, 24 pages, and then I looked at the art and I was like, and I had to add 3 more pages of art, and then obviously, you know, dialogue to it.
Yep.
And then for River of Blood, this is a kind of it's a little bit stressful. It's a little more stressful than the other ones because the other ones are so. Like if I'm like, oh, what do I do here? Well, I can go back to like these copious books of notes that I have to be like, okay, that's what that's the next thing I need to do here. But, and a lot of that's actually physical. Like I've got like physical binders over there of that kind of stuff. But for River of Blood, it was just like, I had sent Peter an overview like 2 years before he agreed to do the book.
Peter Gilmore.
Yeah, a year and a half or 2 years before he even agreed to do the book. And I was
Wow.
like, what do you think about this? And this is the general, you know, movements of the story. And he was like, I don't have time. Also,
Yeah, Peter had to really hit bottom before he could agree to work with you. Right?
rock bottom, baby. He desperately needed money. But no, and then he was like, okay, let's do it. So then I wrote an extremely detailed overview, which I think only one other person besides me and Peter has seen. And then it just went straight to script. And it's uncomfortable for me because I don't like doing that. Like I like to have multiple versions of overviews and scripts before going into things. But that's part of the learning curve and being like, okay, well, you know, you gotta just get the basics out in the front. He's going to send you the art back and then you can, you know, fix dialogue or whatever. Cause the overview is pretty set. Like it's pretty good, I would say. So now it's just a matter of like, we're working through the art he sends back to me based off of the script that I sent him, which is not
It's not one per one, right? Like Peter's like got some creative liberty to how he presents it, like with panels and pages.
No, so like every other thing I work on, nobody has creative liberty.
Yeah.
Like it's mine. Like everything that you see on there is something I told them to do specifically, with very few exceptions. You'll see things that people do in the back, like it's Claudio, the only other person who works with me. You'll see things that he'll do in the background that he just kind of decided he was going to do. And I look at it and I go, that's awesome. I love that you're taking that upon yourself. And so then I'll include that. But for the most part, Phenomenon is very much so like everything you see in that is exclusively like came from my mind. And then River of Blood is a little very different because it's, he's got the general gist of the story that he's writing and the general gist of the dialogue, but then the dialogue will be affected by his art. So it's kind of like a weird Marvel method type thing where,
So
sometimes
this general gist, is that one of the Russian generals or
sounds like a German general.
German?
Jawohl, I am General Gist.
All right, folks, we got to wrap it up now. AC's got to go. We've got to go. We've got other shows to head to. Thank you so much, guys, for telling me all your secrets. Now that I can use them for myself. I really appreciate. I really appreciate talking shop with you guys. Thank you so much. If you're watching this, going back these people's books, these are some of the most like bleeding edge creators we have today. They're making stuff that is not woke, that is straight from the heart, and that is pure creativity. So go back it up. Back it today. You can get Chris's book straight off of Amazon, and we're about to head in that part of the show that we know as Shill Time.
Hit it!
Fucking shit! Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
Yeah. And usually we play everybody's trailer tonight because that takes like about 25 other extra minutes on the show.
Oh no.
So we're gonna go a little more expedited version tonight. So we're gonna start
doing lightning rounds.
Expedited means fast, Chris. Just so you
What?
Gonna do a speed run.
I'm gonna hunt you for sport.
Dude, that
you invite me for that, Chris. Make sure I'm on the guest list.
Chris, I'm stealing that line.
So he started at the bottom. He started at the top. Now he's at the bottom. Mr. Aaron C. Rising, Immortal Rising. Tell us, sir, what are you working on, and where can people find you?
Actually, during the whole show, I've been putting together all the pages, making sure I got my page counts right. I haven't even got into really editing the art, but I took like the next week off before a big push at work. So I'm going to be probably really focusing on all the editing on Immortal Rising #3. So, and adding to the campaign page, which you can sign up for on Fund My Comic. So
drop the link in the chat if you will.
Yeah, and so go over to Fund My Comic and look what is it, Dissident Aggressor. So Immortal Rising #3, Dissident Aggressor. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. So next.
Awesome. It's going to be great, gentlemen. Follow and subscribe to Dissident Detractor. It's going to be awesome. Love it.
No,
Love it.
seriously though, it's like Dark Souls on acid. That's the best way I can describe it.
Whoa.
Immortal
Yeah,
Rising.
I'll take it.
So sick.
Yeah, I have all two issues. Well, I have the two previous issues. I know you've got extra books that are kind of sidelines. I don't have those yet. I'll maybe try to get them, but I definitely want to get the next one. Did you get your Corey Barton cover in yet, or is that
No? He sent me flats, and then I was like, "Hey, what if we add a little bit of this?" And so, yeah, it's coming along.
That's weird. I've never known Corey to send anything flat before.
Yeah, like a double D is flat for Corey.
Yeah,
It's pretty fun watching different artists and how they work and interact with them and stuff. So, but yeah, Corey is great to work with so far. So
We're looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. And then also I've got my trailer on the way from Jose any day now, really. So
I can't wait to see that one.
We'll play that next week if it's ready. Definitely.
yeah, I'll be putting it on the page. Right now, I don't have much on the Fund My Comic page, so this is early stages of the sign up. So yeah, but go over there and let me know that people are seeing me out here marketing, so that I know what's working and what's not.
Yeah. And check us out on Indie Comic Shop on your channel tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right, on my YouTube. Duh. We've been knocking it out of the park on Wednesdays. I think there was a Thursday in there too, but yeah, we've been doing over 100. I think was it 2 weeks ago we hit the most at over 300. So yeah, it's been great. And what we do is we just go through well, like we've been looking at Fund My Comic and going through each and every campaign and just everybody talking about it and what they like, what they don't like, and it's really good. It's good for buyers and it's good for creators. So check us out.
Brilliant. Thank you.
What was your YouTube, Aaron?
It's Immortal Rising comic book.
Comic book.
Yep.
Sorry, Aaron, you've passed the allotted time. Like
the show's name is Indie Comic Shop, so that might be easier.
You can find the link on comicsgator.com if you go to the show section.
Yep. And you can actually find all of my links on my link tree at immortalrisingcomic.com.
Okay.
Sweet. It brings us to Wrangler, Mr. Frequency Studios. What are you working on and where can people find you?
I am currently working on books 3 and 4 of the Bad Kitty series, but right now you can catch books 1 and 2 over on Amazon. Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. They are magic-fueled sci-fi adventures, a little bit Goonies, a little bit fantasy, a whole lot of fun. And you could I would also like to go to Amazon, type in Bad Kitty Frequency Studios, they'll pop right up. I also want to shout out my niece who just recently released a children's book, a classic children's book. And hang on, I'm on the wrong tab. There we go.
Hold on, let me switch up the view here and drop you there. Hey, we got AC.
Right. It is A Splash of Dash. This is a good old classic children's book. It is for ages 4 to 6. My niece Ainsley just recently released this with the help of her mom and dad, Josh and Kathy Sasportis. So they got that out there. And so if any of you have kids and you want to get them just a good classic children's book, it's available paperback or hardcover right there on Amazon. A Splash of Dash.
Sweet. Thank you, sir. Which brings us to AC. AC, I know we spotlighted you tonight, but one more time, please. What are you working on and where can people find you? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Well, we got obviously the cover here I'm sharing for the graphic novel, which you can find on the campaign. Here's what the cover looks like. This is going to be the main cover. There's one more on the way. It's been paid for a while, but that's the scheduling thing. Like me and Luke both have patience with each other. He's got life stuff going on. I'm going to understand, vice versa. I really appreciate that about him, guys. Find a really good artist you can become friends with. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a good lawyer.
Like it's taken me forever over here, but it's gonna part of me is just like, I'm gonna give everybody what they ordered. Like I'm not like in a hurry to create art that's half-assed. Like I'm trying to like create something good that will last the test of time. But that's neither here nor there. I'm rambling again. This is the cover. There's one more on the way. This is what I'm working on. I'm also working on music. My band was the number 1 punk band in America on Groover in 2025, number 3 in the world, I believe.
Very nice.
Yeah, so go give us a follow. That's actually the my main thing. Honestly, it's just music. Kind of just I've been doing it for so long. I don't even notice it anymore when I work on it. The real work is like writing and making comics. But yeah, go follow that. Find us on Spotify, wherever. You can even type us in on TikTok and Facebook, and we'll pop up. Empty My Lungs. Empty My Lungs. Find us, follow us. Yeah, that's the main thing. And follow Iron Seas.
I love that title, by the way.
Empty My Lungs.
Yeah.
I do too. I'm no way I'm ever changing.
Brilliant, Mr. Patrick Quinlan.
You guys can pick up River of Blood on Fund My Comic right now by Peter Gilmore and myself. It's about a young Algonquin man who goes out on a bitter quest of revenge against a terrifying creature that's destroyed his entire tribe. That campaign will be closing down next month or the month after that. And then we'll be launching the Second Chance campaign sometime in July or August or something like that. And you can catch me on the Comics Gate Commandos every Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. EST on my YouTube channel, Logos Comics. And I'll be on Katie Did's and Wildman Riley's CG After Dark show tonight, and maybe CG Live when the final showdown between me and punk loser and Greek extraordinaire Vasilis Lolos occurs.
You malaka.
You got this, Patrick. You're gonna totally rock this.
I love Vasilis, by the way.
We all do.
But
I gave you a follow
thank you, sir.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
or a sub, I should say, on the podcast YouTube.
Sweet.
You didn't sub when we had you on?
Not with the Iron Seas. I must have forgot with the Iron Seas, but I was subbed already with mine and my other.
Gotcha.
my
No,
other-
you're good. I'm just messing with you.
You got 3 now.
Yes.
He's triple following you.
Tripling
Patrick.
up, baby.
This is like stalker level follows.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris Fisk, we reviewed your wonderful book tonight. Where can people find it and how can they stalk you?
Oh, I love it when people stalk me. Should I make some poses? No, yeah. Thanks to James's review. That was really great of him. Thanks, man. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. You can find my books over on Amazon. Here on the Infinito Chronicles website, you can just mosey on over. There's book 1, book 2. All you gotta do is click it, and then where it shows, hey, I want to buy it. Buy it right now, and voila! You see, you are in Amazon, and it's affordable. And book 2 is 123 pages. Book 1 is 54 pages. And here on my actual website, you can watch trailers. You can read through a free 15-page preview of the book. And you can see kind of all the stuff you missed out on the crowdfunding campaigns, because that's how it works. We crowdfund the campaign to see if there's interest in it. If it doesn't succeed, the book dies. If it does succeed, then it goes on to a retail version. And yeah, we're currently, what are we at? I think we have, so we've got book 1 and 2 available. Book 3, Advent of Sorrows, is actually kind of in the process of being worked on. My wonderful artist, Nirim Nova, is busy on chapter 2 right now. There's usually 3 or 4 chapters per book. Book 3 is going to be a beefy boy. In addition to that, there's also a manga edition, which is like a trade paperback, or as Patrick seems to get a kick out of the Zumiko no Taisen Infinite Chronicles.
Infinite Chronicles.
Oh, desu.
You should do a whole
but
show
yeah, you
like
can-
this, Chris. I don't know why you talk normal.
Yeah, just
I don't know.
Where
So, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, if you head on over.
Dude, you got to do my next trailer in fucking Japanese.
You
man.
should, dude.
Well, I did. That trailer's all, like, if you head on over to InfiniteTaleChronicles.com and you check out that manga, that's my Japanese, man. And I'm sure there's some Japanese person who speaks it more fluently, because I'm
Well, the whole
not all
market's
that great.
opening up on Twitter now. You got to
was
freaking,
just-
you got to
yeah.
post that trailer on Twitter right
Hello,
My Japanese brethren, please, business, please, Hatsubaijin.
Wonderful. Brilliant.
Please send me greatly on my diction.
Grab it on Amazon today. I will get number 2 so I can follow along with the review of James Esparza for the next issue as well. That was a great review. He's got the best reviews, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him if he's interested in being one of my proofreaders, so that we can kind of tear into stuff before it actually gets to print or
That would be
becomes
great.
expensive.
I know that your books will get a lot more gore if he becomes one of your beta.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Got it.
And so that brings us to hold on, everything's backwards now. It's me. I'm the one. I'm the last one. I'm the last one.
Look at that.
Oh,
Nice buns, nigga.
Oh my God.
Wow. You're lucky you're black, Aaron, because that would not pass in any other circumstance.
Wow!
The wonderful lady you see here, she is a lady, is called Black Medusa.
He went all.
Hey.
And you can follow her adventures along with our main character, Rattel, on RattelComic.com. We are also on a second chance campaign with Fund My Comic right now. I also have a website called comicsgator.com where you can see a lot of the books made by Comicsgate, as well as when campaigns launch and close. So check out that calendar, folks, and follow me on all these people's great shows. Like, I'm on Comicsgate Commandos. I'm on Comic Shop Wednesdays. After this show, I will be on CG After Dark.
Yeah, Frederick's a whore, ladies and gentlemen.
You got to put out, folks. You
That's
got
what we like.
to put
Dark
out.
poutine.
So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I love you very much, all you beautiful people. Thank you so much, and good night. Au revoir.
See you guys.
God bless everybody.
Bye.
Boys, boy, boy, boys.